Kick to the gut. I like it.
Oh yeah, do we have a jam-packed show for you today or what? I don't know what it is, bro. End of the year, all events are happening, and then there's of course all the events in wrestling. Hey, it's Mister Young.
And it's foreign in the building. Hey, bro, like that very hard to take holiday, bro. December
know.
cannot go holiday like that, bro.
I mean, I guess maybe it's a good thing we are currently, not like parents yet, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
once we become parents, and if we do have kids, right, December is like the time you must take them away and do things. If not, like they'll havoc at home.
Yeah, unless I become like Harry Potter's uncle, I just lock him out in the basement lah.
Wait, what?
Just say, okay, bro.
Bro, what? We went dark very fast, very suddenly.
Indeed.
Anyway, so let's give you a little bit of an outline of what we're going to do here today on the podcast. Because like I said, there's just so many things, right? First of all, we are going to talk about Full Gear. Of course we are.
We got to review Full Gear straight away, coming in hot just over the weekend.
And then after that, we got a preview of Survivor Series War Games for you.
Monday Night Raw just finished and haven't even taken a peep on it. No. But we got to preview it as well, right?
Bro, no time, bro. I feel you, man. And also this Thursday and Friday, SPW is celebrating their 10-year anniversary, SPWX anniversary. It's going to be an astronomical anniversary. Bro, are you excited?
Of course, I'm excited. And you guys should be excited, those listening on the chat and those of you who are right now on the chat. Guys, we are doing a quick giveaway. We are doing a promo. If you are interested, you still for some reason haven't gotten tickets to watch for day one, which is this Thursday. Guys, Riho is there. The Jerry will be around, and all your favorite like Singapore wrestlers from all different promotions will be there. So stay tuned because we're gonna give you guys some discounts / giveaways as well.
Absolutely. And if you haven't already followed our Discord, join the Discord. All the information is always there. We'll put something up on social media as well. But yes, follow us on our social media pages and whatnot. We will get you that information. You could be winning those tickets. But yeah, we will preview this Thursday and Friday's SPW anniversary with none other than the statement himself. And not bad, my not bad already.
Getting there again.
I can be a mini statement. I'll be a sentence, not a statement. The
phrase.
The phrase, Mister Young. Yeah. I shorter. So yeah.
Can lah, bro.
Okay, so we got the statement, Andrew Tang in the house, and we have, interestingly enough, okay, if you are an OG listener of the Kick to the Gut podcast, you'll know that we've had our issues in the past, our run-ins in the past with this certain Singapore wrestler, yes, you remember?
Yes. We get along with all of the wrestlers, only except for one. Only one tried to start beef with us.
Yes.
So we almost got into a feud. But then again, like everything happens, like pandemic happens, shit happens, so like it never happened. But he's finally on the show, bro. After 5 seasons, he's finally making his debut.
That's right. Dr. Gore. I think we needed a statement here to separate us. But yes, the statement and Dr. Gore will be on the podcast today. And we will talk all about SPW's upcoming anniversary show. I can't wait. I want to say hi to everyone in chat right now. By the way, give a shout out to Jason, Big T, what's up? Who's going to have a interesting Thursday and Friday as well. Muhammad Daniel, Irvin, it's good to see the gang.
Guys, you all came in hard. You all guys are our OGs, so thank you so much for joining. Promise you it's going to be a good episode as well.
So much to get down to. Okay, so let's get down to business. Okay, before we do that though, I have to say, because we like to chat a little bit, catch up with each other. What have you been up to, bro? Are you doing all right? How's your mental health?
Oh, so sweet, bro. If you were my boss, right, I give you A star. Ask how you are doing. Yeah, we're good. I am very busy in the works, Mr. Young. You know why or not, Mr. Young?
Why?
Today is technically our 44th episode.
Yes.
So next week is by right we always wrap up our season on the 45th episode. But there is so much things to do. So like we gotta have to review Survivor Series.
Yes.
We gotta have to review a bit of SPW as well because 2 days, right?
Yeah.
And then we also have to preview the week after Grapple Max is having the anniversary show.
Like we said at the top of the show, it's a jam-packed November, December.
Yeah, so on top of that, like busy prepping up, getting ready all our guests, we also have to prepare for our own big event, bro.
What are we calling the event? I don't believe we've actually come up with a name yet. Kick to your gut. How about kick to your gut?
I was thinking since Mister Young like doesn't like the young bucks, right? So instead of a super kick party, we should do like a kick to the gut wrestle party, bro.
The
Wrestle.
actual pro wrestling party.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, like we've been talking about it for years. Like, why not we do a hangout and meet up with our friends, okay, or meet up with our listeners? And finally, after 5 seasons, we've finally gotten around to doing it, guys. We shall put up a graphic really, really soon on our
Yes.
social media. But I think as of now, can we start announcing, drop a bit of tidbits about some of the details of the events? Yeah, you don't
Let's
mind?
go, bro. Let's go. December. Okay, let's put down a date first. So everybody mark their calendar off. December the 11th.
Guys, keep your December 11th Sunday afternoon free. Okay, just for now, the main details you guys need to know is we have a location.
Yep.
We have pizza. We have a pool table. We have basically an event lepak space for us to chill.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do like a mini, like a podcast, like a talk show kind of deal where we kind of recap about the year. And talk wrestling with you guys, hang out with you guys. And of course, we're going to do games.
Hell yeah.
We're going to have giveaways. And why I've been busy, Mr. Young, I've been busy trying to come up with merch for us to give away to those people who join us on the 11th of December. Guys, save the date.
There you go. We can't wait for it. And like Foreign said, just check out our social media. We'll put all the information out very, very soon. Okay? Yeah. In the meantime, are you ready?
Before that, you asked me about how
that's right.
mental health.
How's your mental...
No, that was my mental health.
Oh, that's your mental health. Okay.
Was busy preparing stuff. But what about you? What is your how have you been, Mr. Young?
All right, I'm a bit tired, not gonna lie, so I might be ultra cranky today. And just nice, we are reviewing Full Gear so that kind of syncs up well. This morning, though, I will say I spent a good amount of time trying to buy Blackpink tickets. Blackpink in your area.
Okay, I know this is a guilty pleasure of yours. I know I don't consider you a K-pop fan, but you always have a soft spot for this Blackpink, I realize.
Oh, I mean, it's Blackpink lah, and you're right. I am not really like, I don't listen to BTS. I don't listen to any other K-pop group except for Blackpink because it's, the biggest girl group of all time, right? At this point.
Of course.
So they are doing a concert in Singapore in May next year. And tickets, yesterday actually, if you registered early, you could get pre-sale tickets, but I didn't register early because, last minute lah. So today was open to PayPal. So if you have a PayPal account, which I think most of us do, you can buy those tickets. Wow. When I first logged on to the queue, bro, I saw my queue number, 57,000 something. I'm like, not getting, bro. Not getting.
57,000 people are trying to get to this Blackpink concert here in Singapore.
Okay, I don't know if it's 57,000 people or maybe it's half and everyone's using 2 devices. Maybe some people using 3 devices, 4 devices, and you got bots also, right?
Wow, that's crazy, man. Wow, the Blackpink fever is really high in Singapore, bro.
Hell yeah. And I didn't manage to get any tickets because for whatever reason, I just got stuck in the queue for the longest time. So my wife... At home, I was at work, right? So I was using the office internet. I was using my handphone, all trying to get in the queue. Then my wife at home, she managed to log in, get tickets. But here's the thing. And, we both know, our better halves are the more responsible halves.
Yeah, for sure.
If I got in, I would have bought the $300 ticket. But she got in. And she got the cheapest ticket. Which, okay, you know what? I'm not going to complain. It's, save money is good. We might have to bring freaking binoculars there, but it's all good.
It's all good, Mr. Young. I mean, you can see them on a big screen. I'm sure there's a big huge ass screen showing off the dance move. Can lah, Mr. Young. Can.
So who says if Blackpink goes to Stardom, will Mr. Young buy the tickets? Confirm will buy. I will watch.
Mr. Young will sit down front row, bro. You see my Undertaker starting already.
That's why.
Yeah, I wanted to continue saying something. Yeah, you were talking about fever, right? Like Blackpink fever, right? There's also another fever that's been sweeping the whole nation, the whole world, bro, recently.
You talking about COVID-19?
No, bro. COVID-19 was 2 years ago. What I'm talking about is the World Cup, bro. Remember?
Oh, World Cup fever. And okay, I didn't manage to catch a lot of it, but the memes I've seen already. But what is the deal with Qatar being the first host nation to lose in the opening game?
Bro, they just suck lah. They never bribe their way to win the match. They can't lah. But no, all I can say, I'm very pissed off with myself. You talk about wasting money, or you talk about cannot take it. For me, right, I was so adamant I wasn't gonna buy the stupid subscription, the $118 package to watch
Yeah.
all 64 games. I
Yeah.
thought, okay lah, Channel 5 got free free game for the opening game and like the finals.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yesterday night I was on the way home, I saw like England was like
Yes.
trashing this team, trashing Iran, I thought
Iran.
okay, 1-0 can. And suddenly become 2-0. Then by halftime 3-0. Then I'm like,
You bought.
I cannot take it,
You
bro.
bought.
I'm 118, bro, just because of that stupid England.
Walao.
I'm so pissed off with myself, man.
No,
Yeah.
don't be. I understand the feeling because during the opening, I know it was free on Channel 5, right? Then I saw the rest of and you know me, I don't even watch football. That's the thing. But you get swept up by the everyone's talking about it. It's a world event and, it's nations. You don't have to know clubs. You just know nations and that's easy enough, right? Even though I don't follow any of the new players anymore. Like when I watch John Terry be a pundit, I'm like, oh my God, that's the guy I used to watch play. Now he's a pundit talking.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Seeing all like the people that we used to watch, like the Gary Neville, the like Jamie Carragher, they're all in the media right now. So it's almost like a double layer of like interest, because I see our favorite players that we used to grow up talking about the matches, and then like just by default you get more interested, right?
But is it not like Mark Henry becoming an announcer? Big Show, Chris Jericho, it's kind of the same thing. The people you grew up with watching, now you'll hear their voices. So there's continuity to the game, as it were. But anyway, just to put a bow on it, I almost felt like buying it. I was like, then my wife was like, no need, it's okay. We all know that you won't have time and we'll end up just watching the quarters and the semis. And Channel 5 is showing the quarters, semis, and finals for free, right?
I think quarters onwards, they will see. So like, you unless you're really hardcore fan, like I think don't be like me. Just relax and wait until the quarterfinals, like 2 more weeks.
Okay, so now that we know that you have bought it, and are you going to watch every single match or do you not have time?
Bro, that's why, after I bought it, right, I realized like yesterday night there was 3 matches back to back.
All cannot watch.
So basically I subscribed and I managed to catch the second half of the England game. The final score was 6-2, bro. So I was like, okay, worth it. I got to watch like another 5 more goals. Okay, can. Yeah. And then there was Netherlands versus Senegal. Yeah. So like I'm a huge Netherlands fan because like the captain is Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain, defender. So like, see, got vested interest there. Yeah. And then Senegal, the goalkeeper is the Mendy, which is Chelsea's goalkeeper. So like got an EPL connection. Alaba have to watch. Okay. And then I thought, okay, like go to sleep. It's really 3 a.m. And then you know what happened, bro? What? 3 a.m. is Wales versus USA, bro. Oh. And I'm like, Wales got the Gareth Bale, got the Wrexham connection because I've been watching the Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. And then USA technically has like their best team in their whole history. Like they actually now their players are majority of them playing in Europe now. So really? They're not like Chapalang. So got chance lah. Yeah, they're actually good. Like they are one of their top players is Christian Pulisic, who plays for Chelsea. Oh, it's a winger for Chelsea. It's about time they got up there in the world rankings. Yeah, so like there's actually vested interest from US. So like I was just switching on Twitter to like watch wrestling stuff like on the background. And then like everyone is like suddenly all these US wrestling tweets are all talking about World Cup. They're like, since when you guys like football, man? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I had no choice. I just watched. So yeah, so I literally stay out until 5 a.m. watching World Cup. Wow, shit. No wonder. I noticed during World Cup, my traffic, when I do, on my radio show, I do traffic, like less traffic like that. I think everyone taking MC, taking leave. Or not going to work. Bro, this whole December, they just cleared their leave because they know World Cup. I think it's perfect for those people clearing their leaves, bro. True that. Not us, though. We clear our leave for pro wrestling. Yeah, indeed. That's the hope anyway. Oh, you got your light working again? Bro, I tell you, this is going to happen intermittently throughout the podcast, so please don't be angry. It's okay. Foreign doing the Undertaker lights out, lights on. Bro, I'm the last outlaw, bro. The outlaw, Jesus, no, don't even start. Okay, let's jump into it then. And I know Jason was like, what did Jason say just now? He's like, Full Gear was awesome and you know it, or something like, it's better than you thought and you know it. You know what? I'm just going to say right off the bat, Mr. Young. Yeah. Full Gear exceeded my expectations. That's because you had the bar ultra low. Yes, that's one thing. But also, secondly, I think in terms of work rate, I know they have all kinds of weird-ass styles, but I feel like when it comes to letting the wrestlers wrestle, they can pull off the matches that they are expected. So
it depends on who, and we'll get into it, of course. So here's the thing, right? I didn't dislike Full Gear. I enjoyed it, and I always say this: like, I think the people who do what they do, they put in the effort, and you can never fault that, right?
Yeah.
I just going in so many of these matches, I think wasted potential is the key takeaway here. The booking has let all of them down. And especially obvious in certain cases when we get into the women's matches, the booking has let them down. That's why the crowd was sitting on their hands and flat for a lot of those matches.
I remember like reading the ratings, right? Actually going into Full Gear, the Go Home Dynamite show only had like less than 800,000, like almost like 790,000. So it's like there wasn't hype. Like the interest was at the lowest it has been for AEW going into this event.
Best Booker of the Year 2022. Let's go. Okay, let's jump into this. And we start off, this makes sense as an opener, right? You have Jack Perry, babyface, Jungle Boy, fast, sort of speedy high flyer versus Luchasaurus. They've had their feud, and we talked about their feud being one of the worst feuds ever, right? They botched it already, and you think, we know that Jungle Boy has to win this and just move on. It's just how are they going to do it in a cage, right? At this point, do you think that Luchasaurus is like cannot save already?
CMI, is it?
Yeah, cannot make it already. Just move on. Let Jack Perry be the star. Don't give him the mic, or at least give him a lot more time before he matures a little bit on the mic. But just watching this match, like Luchasaurus seems like this plot. And here's the thing: the main problem I have with Luchasaurus, he doesn't wrestle the way he looks, and that's a problem because when he tries to do high flying, he looks plodding. Because I know he can do it, but he looks odd doing it.
Can you imagine like Kane? I would say one of the very athletic big men in the past, right? For him, right, he does all his power moves, and then one time he will go on the top rope, he will do his flying clothesline. And that is enough. He doesn't have to do anything more because he's a monster, right?
Yes.
Can I just start off with the positives though for the match?
Sure, go ahead.
Would you say this is the best one-on-one matchup between Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus so far?
Low bar, but yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
Yeah, like I would say, seeing how Jungle Boy has grown from like the start, right? I think this match really was his maturity, like his coming out party. Like I felt like it was tough because both of them, I wouldn't say can lead each other.
Nope.
Right? But both of them, I think, have the chemistry of being both of them have the chemistry of being like partners, and they know how each other work. So I thought that he did a great job given the story, telling the story, selling the hatred that is a very personal rivalry, in my opinion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was let down by just the weirdest of pushes, the weirdest of writing. And you had, and obviously Christian Cage was supposed to figure into this a lot more. And maybe that's what hurt it, right? But we went from a few weeks of Christian Cage cutting awesome promos to then disappearing. And then this feud completely disappears, and then they can rehash it once somebody comes back. It's just stop, start. That's why it was tough. The finish was, how do I put it? Like, you do the elbow drop off the top rope through the table, right? Boom, big move. At least just pin him there. Why you gotta make, like, any hope of saving Luchasaurus went out the window when instead of pinning him there, he submitted him in the snare trap. Like, that to me is like, why did you have to overbook it like that? Just
you killed him off lah. His monster appeal lah.
Yeah, so you have completely like removed any intrigue or any like, this small tiny guy can beat you so soundly. At least if it's like, through the table, you can argue maybe he has an excuse. He was taken aback by that one big giant move, right? But no, it's like, boom, you hit the high spot. You get the cover 1, 2, 3, and you end it on a high. No, he had to put on the snare trap, and every time there's a submission, it's not like it was building. It's not like when you see Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle, and they go for submissions, and that is the climax. No, the climax was the elbow drop off the top rope, and that's it. Get the pin there. They had to go and do a little bit extra, had to do the snare trap, and it's not the best looking move. Also, no, didn't work for me.
Yeah, I think the finish could have just stopped there at the flying elbow. And he did say during the press scrum that like he was paying homage to Shawn Michaels. He was wearing the tights, blah blah blah.
Sure.
But I think to myself, if you really follow how Shawn Michaels does matches, right? He's a master at those dramatic pinfalls.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The one.
No,
Yeah. Continue.
They read moments. See, what a comparison too. Like Shawn Michaels, you can tell he is reading the crowd as he does these moves, and he ends it on a climax when the crowd is ready to burst. Right?
Yeah.
These
exactly.
guys are just going through the motions, doing what they plan. There's a big difference, right?
It's a bit tough lah, because I know going forward, okay, like Jungle Boy is gonna be the star, right? But Luchasaurus, there's no way back for him. How is he gonna be rehabilitated? Because he turned heel already.
Correct.
And he didn't even do that monstrous heel run. It was always him fighting with Jungle Boy.
Yep.
So he didn't even have time to build up his like heel like monster push even.
Like I said, wasted potential, and that's a running theme throughout this entire show. Courtesy of Best Booker of the Year. Fias, good to see you as well. I just want to acknowledge you. Rishi also. Luchasaurus Ping, not my... what?
What did he say?
Well, Luchasaurus will ping side again. Or is it ping san?
Oh, ping san again.
Yeah.
No. Ping side means like he changed side again.
Oh, change side. At this point, if he does, nobody cares. He's done. He's
done.
completely irrelevant already.
Hey, you think Jungle Boy can be rehabilitated though?
I think he might have to. I think he might have to drop Jungle Boy. Yeah, he should be a man already.
The Jungle Man, Jack Perry.
Yeah, and going back to like there was a discussion about it on our Discord, right? Like, should he just drop that gimmick? And right from the start, JR, I mean, he might be a cranky old bastard, but dude has wisdom about him, right? He insisted on calling him Jungle Boy Jack Perry, so that when he eventually drops the Jungle Boy, which we know he has to get to the next level, upper echelon of the card, then at least people remember, oh, Jack Perry, I remember Jungle Boy Jack Perry, as opposed to just a nickname.
I understand, but I do like him keeping that and having it like announced in full, like the Nature Boy Ric Flair, like Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I think that can work, but Jungle Boy on its own is gonna be an indie gimmick. But Jungle Boy is like a nickname to call his real name. I think it works.
There you go. Kudos to good old JR, who called. Was it up to where? I forgot already, but half of the card he called, right?
Yes, correct. He called out. I think there was 0 hour. No, not 0. The first half of the event. Yeah.
I miss the cranky old bastard. I have to say, I miss him.
One person I don't miss is Tony Schiavone though.
No, that's the thing. I think I liked it because we haven't heard from JR in a while, and I don't watch Rampage anymore, so I don't hear JR a lot. So I was like, oh, okay, it's JR, it's fresh. And yes, no more Tony Schiavone. He's really bad. He's really
bad.
Okay, he's not bad if you are only listening to him and only him, right? Like as in, if you're used to him every single week. But every week they rotate in like Ian Riccaboni and Caprice and whatnot. And then you realize, oh wow, yeah, he's completely useless.
No, bro, one thing on commentary I realized, right? I don't know whether it's obvious, but I feel like Tess is always making fun of Tony,
Yes.
I don't think that there's a bit of him, like, he also knows that he sucks, and he's just like prodding him.
I don't. Maybe it's like a Corey Graves, Byron Sexton thing. They're they're close enough. They're like, okay, just to make it fun and interesting,
Yeah, just chocho a bit lah.
Yeah, but okay, fine. He wins by submission. I'm not for that submission. Let's move on. Boy.
Okay, at least it finished early.
Yes.
At least he came on early, right?
Yes. The trios. Jason's waiting for this one. The trios match, the 6-man tag, Death Triangle versus the Elite, Pac, Penta, and Ray versus Nick, Matt, and Kenny Omega.
Shout out to Nick Matt.
Wow. I mean, okay. They have their fan base. We know this, right? We even have some Singaporean fly all the way there just to watch them. We saw the photo.
Yeah, I saw that. Please reveal yourself, whoever you are, man.
Well, to be fair, if he's a fan of the Young Bucks, he probably doesn't listen to this show. But hey, we should be allowed to enjoy what we enjoy. However, if you enjoy pro wrestling, like I do, you probably didn't enjoy this. And I'll tell you why. This is the exact same match they've had over and over and over. Tell me what was new about this match that we've never seen.
Okay, my favorite part about this match, right? Like I'm just gonna be very objective, right?
Yeah.
I did find that their return definitely like electrified the crowd.
Yep.
And perhaps it's a very pro AEW crowd, pro elite crowd, sure.
Sure.
And I felt like the atmosphere became like so much more like raucous, rockers. Is that what you call it?
Rockers, yeah.
Yeah, and like I've learned to accept, right, that Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, the Elite, the Penta, and all that, right. Their style, I would consider it party house wrestling style. You know, it's like you know, it's like do all your party tricks lah.
Yeah, all at once and with no. See, that's the thing, right? Like you just hit it. How many times do you go to a party before it gets boring?
I mean, like how many times you club before you wake up and grow up from clubbing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So there's absolutely no like. I will agree with you when the best and this basically mirrors AEW's booking, by the way. The best part is the return or is them showing up. The pop, it electrified the crowd, right? People got excited. Even I got excited. I'm like, oh shit, they're back. And the music they use also, I can't remember the lyrics. It was like, it's a bit of a
It's a Wayward Sons. Like, I don't know whether is this band around when you were around?
No.
Kansas? I don't even know. Listen to Kansas.
No, this is way too. Bro, how old do you think I am?
You ask your dad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, ask a family member, yeah.
I forgot the lyrics, but I was remembering, like, I remember feeling like, oh, they probably used this song because the lyrics poke fun at their situation and, well, you know, talking shit about CM Punk again, which is whatever, fine. Do it for the indie crowd, do it for the smart marks, as it were, right?
Yeah, the title is Carry On My Wayward Son. So I think they're trying to make it sound like, oh, they're this, like, lost child, they won't appreciate them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, I really figured what's the perfect formula for the Elite. You know why this match was exciting?
Why?
Or like there was excitement in this match? It's because we haven't seen them for a very long time. So they're the kind of act, right? When they come back, right? They must wrestle in small doses.
Yes.
That's why their New Japan schedule worked for them because they're not wrestling every week on TV.
Well, that was the whole point. That was my whole argument about the Young Bucks for so many months and years, right? They are great at an indie spot show because you see them rarely. But if you have to see them every week doing the same match, it gets boring. It gets...
Okay.
Like I said.
Yeah, so this is the next thing I wanted to say, right? The best part about the match is like Elite return after so long.
Yep.
Have like their one-off like great match. Now what? You know what's the worst part?
What?
Finding out after the show that they're gonna have a best of 7 series.
See, that's the thing. I think they are such marks for themselves. They don't realize that is their exact problem, right? Whether you want to say this match was great or not, I thought it was just it was a standard Death Triangle Elite match. So if you love that kind of stuff, then you love that kind of stuff, right? But for everybody else who enjoys progression and like, you know, building a storyline, there's no storyline. There's no telling a story in the ring here. It's just a bunch of cool moves. It's like playing Street Fighter. It's like, oh, you're fight. No reason. Okay, move on to the next match, right?
They always like to do this, one guy super kick the other guy super kick the other guy, then 4 super kick each other, they all fall down, and then they all stand back up.
Yeah, and nobody sells anything, and everyone just, whatever. But if you like that kind of stuff, you like that kind of stuff. I don't know how many times you can watch this stuff, but hey, you do you, right? Now, when they announced a best of 7, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, you can make the argument, sure, that yes, one-off at Full Gear, you know, coming off the history of what happened with CM Punk and all that, I get it. You know, there was an energy. But week after week after week, this is going to be painful. And it's probably going to culminate in the Elite winning. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Bro, one interesting fact, though, is that right, this crowd was in New York, New Jersey, right? So it's like a New York crowd. I would call it a MJF crowd, right?
Sure.
Because very near to Long Island. So when he was saying like fuck CM Punk, they were chanting against CM Punk and all that, and you can see clearly the Young Bucks like egging them on. You're like, okay, this is interesting. But you know what's a very like unforeseen revelation about the best of 7 series?
What's that?
Their next match is gonna be happen on Dynamite. And it's gonna happen in Chicago.
Yep, I remember hearing that, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a pro CM Punk crowd." So, are they sort of like maneuvering it such that they are face one place and then the heel the next one, so that Death Triangle can work? And here's the problem. Okay, here's the problem. and this is the biggest issue with their booking. No clear faces or heels. You have the returning baby faces with a heel manager and all their lackeys, right? Versus a face group, but one fella is turning heel because he want to use a hammer and the other two don't want. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes, and I heard Jim Cornette say it exactly, echo the same sentiments as you. The Elite doesn't know what role they want to stick. It's as if they want to play all the roles.
You know what?
Right?
They would argue that, oh, we are above face or heel, shades of grey, that kind of stuff. Yeah, sure. If this were a episodic television drama show, and let's face it, being the Elite isn't like the YouTube show. It's not like they're going there spilling out their motivations. They're just marks for themselves. They are not being selfless. Some might say, oh, they came in, they lost on their return. They're being selfless. No, they are building themselves up. And nobody wants to see a best of 7. Like, you could have done best of 3, best of 5, but they had to extend it all the way to 7. Like, how arrogant do you have to be to think that people want to... And, of course, if they do best of 7, they're not going to sweep what?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to sweep it.
Mr. Young, like when you said like they want to be a mark for themselves, right? It reminded me of something, It's very funny.
What?
Because when I think of anti-heroes, right? Like, I think of like Punisher, right? He doesn't care whether people love him or hate him. He really stick to his ideals.
Yeah,
right?
He just do what he needs to do, yes.
Correct, but the way the Elite want to play the anti-hero, right, bro, is the same way The Rock wants to play Black Adam like the anti-hero. You know what I mean?
Right,
He's like not good, not bad, but actually he's just a mark for himself. He just wants himself to be the star.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, they're just doing business they're going into business for themselves. That's what I meant to say. Average, yo, what's up? Way to disrespect the greatest tag team in the world. Well, hey, I know you're being sarcastic, but hey,
Come on. The greatest tag team in the world is FTR right now.
Yeah, and meanwhile, FTR not even on the show, okay. Can you imagine FTR, now they're like, shit, we want to go back to Papa H. And be a revival again.
It seems as if Tonika is like making FTR like the ROH team. I mean, they are the ROH Tag Team Champions. Yeah. And ROH only got 3 pay-per-view. Maybe that's why he gave the rest of the year off. I don't know.
I think he's trying to punish them because his best friends, the Young Bucks, don't like them because they're a threat to them. Let's be real, right?
Okay.
And yeah, 7 matches is taking away TV time from everybody else who could have had some kind of story. And instead, no, we get to see the same match. That's the thing. We get to see the same match over and over again. It's not like Kurt Angle versus...
Chris Benoit
or Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, where, each match will progressively become different. This is the same thing. I can guarantee you it'll be the same match over and over and over again.
Okay, but maybe like on the flip side, maybe this is a chance for them, I don't know, to prove us wrong and actually show that they can actually tell a story in the 7 matches. I'm not being very idealistic or very hopeful, but I'm just saying that maybe in their heads, they're like, okay, we need to prove to everyone that, we can tell a good story, perhaps. And let me just drop another positive thing about the Elite's return. I believe like Kenny Omega looked fucking jacked, bro. I think the rest did him really good. Like, because he looks, a lot of people were saying he looks in Wrestle Kingdom shape, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so yeah, like I'm happy because like when Kenny Omega has the time to rest, he can deliver those kind of matches, and it's almost perfect that I think right after he announced that he's gonna have a match at this year's Wrestle Kingdom against Will Ospreay. So I think maybe it's Kenny Omega's way of like, this is my comeback story lah. Essentially.
Sure. If you're a fan, if not, I really am not excited by any of this stuff. Let's move on.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and shout out to our patron DeShadow, because he told us on the Discord that he is going to Wrestle Kingdom. So
nice.
He can get to enjoy that live for himself. Kenny Omega's return to New Japan.
Oh my God, Jason says, I need the 7 matches with different stipulations submission match. No. Absolutely. Oh my, they will make it so contrived. They are not at the level where they can pull it off. It'll be anyway. You know it's gonna culminate in a ladder match or some nonsense lah. But still, it's let's move on before I go on for another hour.
Is it wrong for me to feel like I wish he was CM Punk in this position, returning after 3 months as opposed to the Elite?
100%. it would have drawn way more if there was an inkling that CM Punk was coming back. Let's be real. I can't wait to see the numbers actually on this. And I feel bad because, and this is MJF's crowning moment. We want him to be, drawing money and the guy, right? And we'll talk about it when, we talk about that match in just a bit. But yeah, let's move on then. Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Oh boy. What do you think about Jade Cargill and her Rey Mysterio ways? I.e., every pay-per-view come out with a different costume.
I'm loving her Thundercat. I actually thought it was She-Hulk for a bit.
No,
I didn't really recognize.
It was definitely Thundercats. I mean, I have to say, she looks like a star. She has been portrayed, she's been given the Goldberg push, right? The female Goldberg push. She looks amazing. This match was, it was not great. It wasn't the worst match though.
Interesting.
Well, in my books anyway, but yeah, it was kind of plodding and kind of tough to watch.
They don't have in-ring chemistry. They tried their best to build up the match. So, like,
I'm sorry, Jade Cargill has in-ring chemistry with nobody. It's not a chemistry problem if nobody has chemistry with her.
Like, I wanted to credit Nyla Rose because I thought Nyla Rose kind of kept the feud somewhat entertaining because she was doing all kinds of things like stealing the bell and like she was trying to tell a story through it.
But here's the thing, right? We talked about Nyla Rose needing to be a destroyer, a monster, right? She's gone down the Nia Jax comedy route with Alexa Bliss to a point where it's like Big Show doing comedy. Oh, you're taking away like his most obvious attribute, his size and power. Right, and now he's just stealing the bell. Yeah, I got the bell. Yeah, I mean, she did cut one promo that I thought was pretty cool, very quick, fast to the point. I forgot what she said exactly. No, there's a reason why they name tornadoes after people or something like that. And I'm about to like blow you away or something like that. She said something to that effect. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool line, right? But
you're saying that if you kept Nyla Rose, like as the monster that she was meant to be, she would have made a more formidable opponent for Jade Cargill, right?
Yes. And here's the other problem. Once again, it's a booking thing. Jade Cargill, heel until at some point she's a face, kind of. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The crowd doesn't know what to make of her.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, she has been there for since the beginning.
Yeah.
And she has never had a sustained push where she felt really, really like a monster heel. Maybe when she fought Riho, but very, very briefly. But again, a lot of the characters or like wrestlers, the female stars, are very cold.
Yeah.
And
all of them.
Yeah. And even Jade Cargill with her long push, she's had the opposite effect of Roman Reigns. Where with Roman Reigns, the longer the push, the more over he becomes. For her, right, the more she's the champion, right, the more like people are disinterested in the title reign.
That's because you have nobody else for her to go up against, and she's not ready to be pushed to that next level with the other quote unquote the other tier of women's wrestlers, that league, right? So
yeah, correct.
I guess in a lot of ways, the TBS Championship really was that bitch championship made for her to elevate her, to keep her a champion while she's still training.
I mean, it's called TBS, that bitch, indeed.
That bitch show, right? She said it herself. So, like I said, not a great match. Right person went over, and that's it. She looks amazing. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, I still believe, given her work ethic, given her dedication to her body, I think she can eventually develop the right skill set. She got one thing that a lot of wrestlers can go years without even developing, which is the it factor,
the
that
promo,
star charisma. Yeah. She can cut a decent promo as well. So she has everything she needs except the ring skills, and I think that just needs experience, right?
No, exactly. And once again, Jason brings up the fact that she doesn't have a believable challenger. Yeah, well, that's because all the believable challengers are on the world title, quote unquote, the women's world title level, and she shouldn't be put against any of them yet. She's not ready. She's still really too green.
I'm not worried about Jade Cargill because she only needs to look no further than in NXT at Mandy Rose, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mandy Rose wasn't the best, but in this last year, I think the NXT reign has helped her credibility a lot. So, it took her 3, 4, 5 years to reach that level? Give her time.
Yeah, give her time. Absolutely. Meanwhile, keep her strong. She can hold on to a title and just beat jobbers. Move on to the Ring of Honor World Championship 4-way match. Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara. Did we not call this to a T?
Exactly. Okay, but can I say right off the bat, this was personally my favorite match of the card, or for me personally.
It was the best they could do, given that it was a 4-way. Because 4-ways are tough, right? It's like there's that set formula of, okay, 2 people fight, the other 2 get destroyed and fight onto the floor, lay out for like 3-4 minutes while it focuses on 2. The problem with a format like that, unfortunately, we've seen fatal 4-ways, triple threats, 5-ways, 6-ways way too often already. If it was once in a while, then okay, it's interesting, it's a gimmick, right? But in this case, we've seen it so many times, and it was like, okay, I guess they tried to tell the story of dissension between the various factions, like each other stabbing each other in the back, that kind of thing. And I mean, it's 4 veterans, and no, 3 veterans and 1 young and upcoming guy.
Do you like the whole Sammy Guevara tease and like subsequent like betrayal of Jericho, like that whole thing? I kind of actually low-key enjoyed it.
Sure.
When he was being a smug aleck back to Jericho. I really kind of liked it.
I hope it goes nowhere, because I don't want him to feud with Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho is going to maintain his heel status. If Sammy turns, well, it does no good for him, because he's a great heel magnet with Ty Mello.
Okay, so they kind of alluded to it after they had like a post-match promo.
Yep.
But I feel like Sammy can be a heel and still feud with Jericho, but also after that break away from the group. I think it's still possible for them to still keep their current dynamic.
Their alignment, as it were. I think it's tough. For him to break up, one would have to turn. And it would make no sense for Chris to turn, because he has an entire faction of heels, right? And it would be Sammy, and I think what's going to happen is just Sammy is going to just remain in the JAS. Really, the story here is Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli.
Did we call it though? Did we call like Chris Jericho retaining the title?
Yes, that's exactly what we called. As much as we were like, oh my God, Bryan Danielson should win, Claudio should win, they deserve it. We're like, we know exactly what's going to happen. Chris Jericho is going to retain at the end, and this will create the tension. So the story really is the tension between Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. Right? And one of them obviously is going to be Bryan Danielson turning heel, because we know he can handle it better. And plus, given the result of the main event, I think the BCC, that's bye-bye, gone, no more already.
Yeah, I think this plays into what happens next. And honestly, I'm not going to miss it. I think BCC was okay for what it was, but it could have been better. It could have been so much better. And also, I feel like that nothing happened. It's just a bunch of guys just walking to the ring together.
Bro, this is your Tony Khan booking. He gets a really cool idea. Wouldn't it be cool to put Regal, Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Moxley all together, because they have some sort of like indie history or whatever lah, and then they have nothing to do with it. And then after a few weeks, okay lah, never mind lah. Just like
everyone do their own thing.
Yeah,
everyone go their separate ways.
It happens. The Firm. I mean, good God, man, the Firm lasted for what? All of 2 weeks,
Ask you a simple question, bro. Do you remember, can you recall clearly in-ring promo segment featuring all the BCC in the ring at the same time and having a promo?
No.
No, right?
Not really.
I was thinking long and hard about it. Like, have I ever seen Jon Moxley like in-ring promo with Bryan Danielson, with Claudio at the background, and like Wheeler and like Regal? Like, no, I don't think so. They haven't presented a unified form in front of the camera.
Irvin says, is QT Marshall's Monster Factory faction the longest surviving faction in AEW? It might be. And that's not a good thing. No, wait, there's the Dark Order also.
Dark Order is still around, right? They haven't died yet, right?
So which one? Which is the longest running anyway? I mean,
I consider them more like cockroaches lah. They just like survive. Like Meteor Shower come and destroy AEW, I think they will still survive.
No, and then, okay, so Chris Jericho wins, and then they announced on the show as well. I can't remember if it was Dynamite or Rampage, but I'll probably skip the match. What does Ishii have to do with ROH?
Well, apparently he has had a run, like when he toured US, he was part of like Ring of Honor, but he never won the big titles lah. Maybe like the
right. Titles. Yeah, Chris Jericho versus Ishii. I get the idea of Ishii, but he's too old, too late in his career for this to even warrant.
Do you remember what Jericho said, my mind got blown because he said that he remembered when Ishii was his young boy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I was like, but Ishii look fucking old, sir. So,
He's put many miles on his body.
so I'm trying to imagine like a young Ishii like serving like carrying Chris Jericho luggage. I cannot imagine, sir. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah, somehow Chris Jericho looks younger than him. I thought it's supposed to be the Asians that look younger.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's so funny like when he said it. I kind of got a chuckle because I'm thinking to myself, hey bro, he looks like he can be your father. Can you have some respect for him, bro?
Hey, Pia says House of Black. Come on, did House of Black even did they cut a vignette or was there anything about House of Black? No, right? They've been
they didn't return, which I was quite surprised.
Yeah. Well, Malachi is still taking his break, right? He's not back, I don't think. So.
But they've been playing a couple of vignettes.
Yeah, like Julia Hart sort of dressing all emo and shit and body bags, and I'm like, whatever. I'm done. I do not trust that they can pull anything off in terms of the booking. I really do not trust AEW with their booking.
Putting a poll on our IG story though, like more people are excited for House of Black's return than the Elite's return. So that just shows that, you know.
Bro, at least there's some sort of progression with the Elite. I mean, with the House of Black, right? So as bad as it's been, there's some kind of progression. You know, one fella left, everybody put in body bag. The Elite, don't get me started again. It's the same thing over and over again. Let's move on.
Okay. I'm proud of you, Mister Young. You kept like your rant to like maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, no, because it's the same problem over and over again. There's nothing more to add. It's the same. Every match is the same. Everything, the same problem. You know, it's not like they've improved.
Okay, can I ask you this? What would it take for you to come around to the Elite? What would need to change?
Okay, first of all, if they want to be heels and super into themselves, then be heels and be super into themselves, right? Right now, they're trying to play babyface, but also still be super into themselves. Which is...
So you didn't mind their heel run last year, when they were like really super into themselves?
No, because it works. They're heels. I'm supposed to hate them. Okay, I get that, right? But also, yes, remember we watched that one match, the one time I was like, actually, they're telling a decent story in the ring. And
are you talking about that one time we watched like a New Japan match?
Yes. Yeah, and and back to the point, right? That was one of the first few times we've watched them, and they were in sort of like, because we only watched the one match. We didn't watch the lead up, anything. It was just one match. We were watching it as one entity, one thing. Like I said,
Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers, I remember.
Yeah, there you go. So if you watch them in one match, you're like, wow, very exciting. But if you watch them every week or every other week, it's like, well, it's the same shit over and over again. And like I've said, I think, once they found the cheat code, as it were, like just spam crazy moves over and over again, they're like, okay, let's just keep doing that. And that's all they know how to do. So they're taking, quote unquote, the easy way out by doing flippity flops instead of telling a story with your characters. What characters? Like, okay, describe to me the Young Bucks.
Do you think, right, bro?
Bro, hang on. Describe to me the Young Bucks. Who are they?
Who are they? EVPs?
No. Who are they? As in, if you were to describe the Young Bucks to not themselves, their personalities. Describe to me the Young Bucks. I've never watched wrestling before.
Oh, okay. Just a bunch of man-childs lah, and they all like Jeff Hardy cosplayers.
Okay. Describe to me as if you want to sell them to me.
Oh my god.
Their personalities, not their wrestling style, their personalities. Go ahead.
They're just a bunch of brothers who look similar to each other.
See, you can't, right?
Okay, so you're telling me back to my original question, what would it take for you to like them is if they develop some sort of character and personality?
Yes! There are these irritating shits who are so into themselves and they rub it in people's faces because they can do these amazing moves, but they're so obnoxious about it. That's a personality. Immediately, I can describe to you who they are. Right?
I actually had hoped that they could actually be like 93 Shawn Michaels when he was full of himself, checking the mirror. Yeah. Because Matt and Nick got the same vibe of early Michaels with the heartbreak kick, right?
Yes.
But he doesn't have the personality to pull it off, like how Michaels did. Michaels did it so effortlessly. He was obnoxious, he was annoying, but he had that charisma that drew you in.
Yeah.
But I've never met a tag team that had so much obnoxiousness, so much annoyingness, but there's no charisma. It's like the turn off kind of, you know what I mean, obnoxiousness.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not doing it for anybody else but themselves. Let's move on. Okay, we just said, don't talk about them too much, and we end up talking about them
Give
again.
another 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe that's their allure, right? People will love them or hate them. Let's move on.
Give them the, like I said, the Undertaker schedule. Only wrestle once or twice a year.
There you go. Saraya versus Britt Baker. Okay,
let's talk about finally.
Let's talk. Oh my God. You see, the only thing that I was trying to look out for during this match is, okay, is Saraya okay? Because beyond that, I felt nothing for this match. Saraya, I mean, she's been away from the ring for many, many years. So
5 years.
5 years. So I can understand that she was a step back because there was a point you could see she was blown up, right?
Yep.
So you can understand that. Britt Baker was trying her best. You know, the problem here is they did not tell the story of the layoff. Saraya comes in, you know, she makes a triumphant return, and then after that, it's just weeks and weeks of just her randomly yelling at people in the ring, telling people, this is my house. And you have a pro AEW crowd who love Britt Baker, even though she's a heel. So again, with the shitty storytelling, right? You have a heel who is beloved by the crowd. And you have the outsider who's coming back from a career-threatening injury. So you're supposed to feel pity for her. But she's an outsider, so I don't want to cheer her. That's why the crowd was flat during this match.
The dynamic fuck up all over the place.
Yeah, so if you wanted to do this right, you would have brought in Saraya and treated her like an edge, tell the story of how she had to fight, show these vignettes of her climb back to where she is to be able to even step foot in the ring, right? Tell that story, and then have Britt Baker be just an absolute bitch, and not do you remember one Dynamite she had that promo where she was like, I'm like, that promo was like a face promo,
baby face promo, yeah,
right? So I'm like, who are they all going into business for themselves here? Are they just being allowed to do promos? Because without direction, and see, here's the thing. I feel like, okay, that's the whole AEW, the good thing about AEW, you can just be yourself, right?
Yeah.
But to a point where it muddles the entire storyline, and it's just not there's no face, no heel, who the crowd doesn't know who to cheer for.
You know what make it just 2020 return so effective? Remember, he came back, he had the awesome return at Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Next day on Raw, he go shake hands with Randy Orton.
Yep.
What did Randy Orton do after that?
I forgot.
He RKO'd
Edge,
and then he concerto Edge.
Yeah. And work the neck lah.
Yeah, and at that point in time, Randy was a babyface.
Exactly.
He turned heel for Edge so that he can maximize the sympathy towards Edge.
Yes. No, that's a great point, and that's a great example of how you do it right. And Randy was being very selfless. I'm not saying that Britt Baker was being selfish. I think she's just not being told what to do, or she's just being given too much leeway. So she should have turned the viciousness way up and just be the heel here.
Because if technically Randy would have been in the exact same position as Britt Baker also, what? He can say that I've been here all along, I've been carrying this company, you know what I mean? But imagine, bro, if Britt welcomed Saraya back, right? Gave her a handshake, gave her a hug. You know, I respected you after all the thing you do to pave the way for the women's division.
Yeah.
We this is my place, but I'm willing to give you a chance to prove to me that you can still do it, blah, blah, blah. Shake the hand, everyone thought, okay, babyface, split reaction. Next thing you know, Saraya walk away, fucking take her steel chair, then go freaking whack the back of the neck.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect way. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That would have been the perfect way to build it. Instead, they let them do whatever they want to do, and then it's just down this muddled mess of I don't know who to cheer for, and it shows. And the crowd, we all know this for a fact, the crowd plays a huge role into whether a match is enjoyable or not. So the crowd doesn't know who to cheer for, when to cheer, so they don't cheer, and therefore the match suffers for it. And plus, Saraya's taken 5 years off, so she's obviously going to be out of wrestling shape, right? And
would it be funny to say that maybe in this one instance, right, a bit of sports entertainment storytelling would have worked better than doing a straight up match.
But you see, pro wrestling is about telling stories. It's just that the term sports entertainment has been used to sort of like, by the WWE because they want to get away from pro wrestling, right? But at the end of the day, we want a good a story that we can believe in and be involved in. What happened after Saraya debuted? Oh, she's like, we talked about just weeks of, just her randomly being here, and then Riho makes a big comeback, and then Saraya becomes a side character. Like, they oh my god, they botched this entire story that could have been an amazing story, like you brought up with the Edge and Randy Orton thing. And and one more thing I want to bring up, because like we talked about, right, I wasn't really around when Paige made her first debut, and her wrestling style, you tell me, was so revolutionary. The problem is it was revolutionary for that time. See if you agree with me on this. Since then, she has been surpassed by your Charlotte Flairs, your Becky Lynch, your Bianca Belair, Asuka, and all those people, to a point where now, when you watch her in the ring, average only, nothing special.
I have to admit that I think given her injuries, given her long layoff, I don't think she can ever go back to that hard-hitting style. I mean, that hard-hitting style made her injured in the first place, right?
Right.
So even if she was at 100%, even at her 100%, I don't think she could match up to a Charlotte Flair or Sasha Banks or like all the new generation people. Like, I think Rhea Ripley would probably destroy her. You get what I mean? But because now, on top of that, she has all these injury issues. I don't think we can ever see the Saraya that like made her popular in the first place, which is a shame, lah.
Yeah, so that's why when I watched this match for what it was, just knowing the history but never living the history, right? Do you see where I'm coming from here?
Yep.
I was like, wow, this is bad. And
you
plus
don't see the hype.
No, I don't see the hype. The crowd was dead, right? And yeah, she got the win because, she's making a comeback, right? Where does she go from here?
Not everybody, bro, can be Shawn Michaels. After 4 years away, come back, have the best match on the card. Not everyone can be CM Punk. You might not have seen or lived through his history, but you are enthralled by his promos and his storytelling.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. So I wonder, is she one of those? And this has happened many times, right? Is she just one of those characters that she was the right person in the right place at the right time? Like, here's another example, Hulk Hogan. You cut Hulk Hogan out now, promo or in ring, people are like, hey, sian already. Wrong place, wrong time.
Hulk Hogan was perfect because in the 80s, like that over the top thing is like, wow, so fresh, so new. Because before that, everyone was just a grappler or a shooter. It was so boring, right?
Yeah.
So like the Razzle Dazzle, the WrestleMania, MTV connection worked. Now, I think people has like cyclical, right? Or people go in one big round. Now people want those who can wrestle, who got the work rate, but also can tell stories and compelling. I think the best example, in WWE for me, really, bro, Roman Reigns, bro. Roman Reigns is the best example of he has mastered the ability to tell such a great story with his facials and his demeanor that wrestling is secondary, bro. Yeah, but he's still the biggest attraction on the night.
Exactly, and probably the biggest draw of the night as well. So I just that's why I honestly, personally felt this was the worst women's match of the night.
Wow.
You know which is my number one already, considering that Jade Cargill, Nyla Rose was the other one. Let's move on then. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
I would say, again, another wasted opportunity. Opportunity.
That's why my phrase for this whole pay-per-view was wasted opportunity. Because, look, you have 3 horses. What do? You put them all together so they look the same. What the fuck booking is that? That is like, it's like, okay, you have Undertaker versus Kane versus Big Show once in a while, and this is after they've been established and they are main eventers. Then you put them together. But before they're main eventers, you have them destroy everybody else first, right? Hobbs is nowhere near main event nor upper main event. He's been used quite shit, actually. We all know Wardlow. Yes, he's getting squash matches, so you've kind of established him. And Samoa Joe, he's a legend, he's a veteran, that kind of thing. So no need to establish. He's fine, right? But poor Hobbs is the one that loses the most here. And he's the one who gets the pin. Or was he submitted?
He was the one that got submitted, bro.
Yeah. I cannot.
When you talk about wasted opportunity, bro, imagine this scenario. Imagine maybe okay. I don't think you've watched 2006 Samoa Joe. Did you watch 2006 TNA Samoa Joe where he was fighting Angle?
No.
Okay, that guy was like one of a kind. But anyway, let's give a more recent example. Imagine 2017 Samoa Joe, the one that choked out Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
That Samoa Joe versus early 2022 Wardlow when he came out of the MJF when they were both like he was the hottest thing in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe like Will Hobbs from the future when he's with WWE signed by Triple H.
Yes. Only after they've been established, then you throw these monsters together. Don't throw them together before they're ready.
Yeah, correct. So like I get it because we all know their strengths. We all know they are badass. We all like they are all impressive specimens, but there's no story to it.
Nope.
Like the only story was Samoa Joe turn on Wardlow and like, oh, be careful, don't turn your back on me. If you ever turn your back on me, you get stirred. And I'm like, okay.
Be careful what you say. You want to come for all the titles. Oh, I have title. What? Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
and can we? Yeah. Maybe we should just be thanking the gods, thanking our lucky stars that Tony Khan didn't book Brian Cage in here also. So 4 horses.
Yeah, man. But again, Wardlow losing the title was surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if nothing else, I thought Wardlow would win Samoa Joe's title.
Yeah,
because
maybe they're booking a climb for Wardlow.
Maybe they're trying to reset him. Giving him a theory situation, like maybe the TNT title's not doing him any good, any favors. So
MJF already did him all the favors, and he fucking
down the drain, bro. Down the drain.
And wasn't like Powerhouse Hobbs one of the guys who came out and said like, oh yeah, CM Punk gave me a lot of good advice, and then now he's been booked like shit. Gee,
are you peddling that conspiracy that all of CM Punk's friends are getting the short end of the stick right now?
FTR, Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean,
okay, sure, I guess. I'm trying not to think too much into the conspiracy because I'm a CM Punk fan. Because if that's the case, I would be so pissed off. But
yeah,
hey, the evidence is there, right?
Right. Samoa Joe, Wardlow. I almost kind of want to see Wardlow move on and go
from
after
where?
The main title, because who's the only person who has really dominantly defeated the current AEW champion? Wardlow is the one who has defeated MJ. So there's something they can call back. I don't know if after they've cooled Wardlow down so much, if he's ready to go after MJF and the title, but at least there's a history there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I still think Wardlow can be rehabilitated. Like he can get back to where he once was, but they need to start emphasizing him on television more.
Well, if anything, if they are setting up Wardlow versus Samoa Joe, then I guess that's the way to do it. Okay, let's move on. We're already 1 hour in and we still have the interview with the statement. And we haven't freaking...
Survivor Series, bro.
Survivor Series. Okay, Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Who cares? Why?
Let's not say about this match.
Jeff Jarrett, I'm sorry, veteran used in the wrong role. He should be booking. He should be talent relations. Okay, let's move on.
If nothing else, Sting is amazing lah. So much respect to him lah.
I think they're just letting them do what they want. They're like, okay, I just do one more match. It's just every pay-per-view he got. Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm. Man, if they had built this one bit, like if they had put emphasis on this feud, one bit, like, this could have been so much better. Like,
but regardless, it was still your favorite female match on the... Yeah.
We've talked so long already that Jamie Hayter is like waiting to break out, right? And Toni Storm, I mean, she looks amazing. She's a decent enough promo, good enough in the ring. But in the past few weeks, what has she been doing as a champion? No.
I realized why, regardless of all those issues, like they are no heat. They try to play on the fact that they're friends and all that. But what made this match good, right, was because we have two wrestlers in their prime.
Yes.
If you compare to the other female matches, we got one, the Jade Cargill was a green girl trying to fight an established person. The other one was a girl coming back from a long layoff against another person. This is really two solid workers who can work.
And them being champions, I guess, makes sense. So in a way, you could say it's the right call. Unfortunately, leading up to their match, the story has been flat, right? And okay, now you have the interesting dynamic of Jamie Hayter being the world champion and Britt Baker is her friend. So she was the former champion. Now, are they going to show dissension? Are they going to turn Jamie Hayter? Which seems like what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Britt Baker did come and interfere in the match.
Yep.
But she didn't show any tendencies of I'm gonna turn on her and all that.
Yep.
So, you know what? If it was Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter going forward for the title, I think it's a great series.
I think so too. Yeah, but where does this leave poor Toni Storm?
So is Toni Storm ever gonna be called a lineal champion, or she's just interim champion and never won officially?
I don't know. So, I mean, yeah, it feels you feel bad for her, right? Because she had to hold the interim title while Thunder Rosa, is hiding in a toilet somewhere. I hope they have something planned for Toni Storm because it would be a waste, right? Let's move on. The Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory. I mean, this is once again another one of those cases where, despite how shit they've been booked, the Acclaimed, due to their own charisma and their talent, they have managed to succeed.
Yeah. They are easily the most over homegrown tag team that they have.
Yes.
It's clear by the merchandise sales, the reaction, like the scissoring, like the chants. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the crowd, a lot of them had their stupid like foam hands and all that, and scissors. So they're great, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I think this rivalry has been long drawn off its course. Like we've already seen all of it. This is their third match, right?
Yes. And of course, we have the whole Swerve and Keith sort of breakup here. Finally, like we called, right? And oh my God. And that's the other thing. They need to overbook this again. When Keith Lee walks away, the Acclaim should have just bam, hit finisher, end. No, they had to do a little bit extra. Do a little bit more. Like Swerve still like, hanging. Why? No, it's a 2-on-1. It's a huge advantage already. Double team him, pick up the win, crowd goes home happy. Cheer, yay, finish, get out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Well, again, the problem is the feud is going downwards really. Like it's getting cold already. So end it, finish it, move on, break up Lee and Swerve, and let the Acclaim have a new fresh opponent.
Well, it's most likely going to be the Guns, and it'll be an interesting thing because the real Billy Gunn is there and the father, and where will he be? Okay, I guess that's the next storyline. Main event time. Let's go. MJF, Jon Moxley, William Regal in the corner for the AEW World Championship.
I mean, was it gonna go any different? We booked it exactly, Mister Young. Mm-hmm. Remember, we talked about how MJF, he will do the 1998 Rock corporate storyline. He's a heel that teased being a face before doubling down as a heel. And then William Regal, turned and sold himself to the devil. Exactly like how we called it, bro.
Well, that's the question. Did he sell himself out? As in, did William Regal turn heel, or did they just sort of like, he's going to remain face, MJF and Regal? And are they going to be like, is he the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club?
No,
you don't think? So essentially, this is the end of the Blackpool Combat Club. Like, it has to be, right?
It should be, man. I mean, by all accounts, I think Jon Moxley is going on hiatus, taking his long deserved vacation. Holiday. Yeah, and from what I see on social media, Wheeler Yuta is not happy with his mentor. He say like, you fucking snake or something like that. So that's done.
Who cares about him?
Yeah, exactly right. Probably Claudio is the only baby face left, and I think he can strike out on his own and prove himself.
Yeah.
But my question is, MJF, was this the coronation that he deserves, or could he have been done better?
Look, if he won, let's be real. I mean, let's give props to Jon Moxley. He stepped up, right, when this whole CM Punk thing happened. But if MJF won the title from CM Punk, he would have been a more made man than he is now. Don't get me wrong. I still think this is a moment. This is still his moment, right? It's like Drew McIntyre finally winning the big one, but it was in the pandemic era. In front of no live fans, right? Okay, this is not as bad. MJF still beat Jon Moxley, a credible champion, but if he beat CM Punk, it would have meant so much more.
Yeah, exactly. So, as much as I'm happy for MJF, it feels a bit anticlimactic. Not any fault of his.
No, once again, wasted opportunity. Wasted. That's the whole theme of this pay-per-view, bro.
Okay, I love the match. Because of MJF's antics. Remember when he did he ran the ropes a couple of times?
Yeah.
Or like the part where like he was doing a drop down, Moxley was doing a drop down, then he walked over it and he started strutting.
Yeah, doing the Ric Flair thing,
Yeah, like that's the thing
Jeff
about
Jarrett thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about like those main eventers who really have the crowd in the palm of their hands.
Yep.
They can play up to these reactions. They can do all these things. And if you realize the way they work, right, the match, babyface is MJF. Moxley lean into his heel tendencies, and I think he's a
Yes.
great heel.
He is. He is. So let's break up the Blackpool Combat Club. Let Moxley go away for a while, come back as a raging heel. MJF, I guess, here's the question once again. Is MJF heel or face? With
Nah,
Regal?
he's got to be heel because do you watch the scrum right after?
No.
There was a
The-
clip of him. He was trying to do a CM Punk. Like Tony Khan was doing his normal press scrum. He just burst in. He just cut a 2-minute promo, and then he said, "You guys have any questions for us? For me? Just kidding. Fuck you all." And then like, and then he quoted Jim Cornette, bro. He was like, "Thank you, fuck you, bye." And then he walked away.
I love it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's the way he is. That's how you should use your top heel. Not have him sit down. Oh yeah, I love working with everybody. People are so This is not UFC, bro. This
Bro,
is a work.
keep Chris Jericho off the scrum. That's my opinion.
Please do. Okay, so let's put a bow on this full gear. Did it? Oh my god, my brain. Did it exceed expectations? I say yes, but the bar was low. There were a lot of wasted opportunities. The booking was what failed this, not the talents. The talents worked their asses off, you know. But the booking and the direction was what failed it. And I think it's a suitable coronation for MJF. It just wasn't what it could have been.
I agree. I was expecting a 4. I'm giving it a 6.
Oh,
So that's my grading for this whole show lah.
I was expecting a 5. I give it
Okay.
a 5.5. Like I'll give it a 6 because of MJF and
Yeah.
because of Jamie Hayter. Like I appreciated those matches a lot.
As much as it's a wasted opportunity, but I do credit Tony Khan for putting the titles on their homegrown talent now.
Yeah, finally, right? Well, maybe he's learning. You know, it's like CM Punk said, we're all learning as we go along.
After fucking him up.
Okay. In just a little while, we're gonna chat with Dr. Gore. Yes, the Dr. Gore, who had a little thing with us here on Kick to the Gut, a couple of years ago.
And on top of that, before we jump into all the statement stuff, maybe I think now is the perfect time.
Yes.
Quick break to talk about the promos. So if you guys haven't gotten your tickets for day 1, Thursday,
Yep.
for
We're talking
SPW,
about SPW's 10th anniversary, SPWX.
Yes, correct. Astronomical Anniversary. So we are giving discounts for all the premium tickets, $10 off. For all the other tickets, $8 off. Very simple. Slide into our DM. If you want to put on the chat also can, but I think we need your details. So it is better if you slide into our on Instagram and let us know your interest, and we'll give you the promo code. You can get those tickets. And before the interview as well, if you stick a bit closer, maybe fastest fingers first. What do you think, Mr. Young? Fastest fingers first.
Sure.
We'll give them a pair of tickets to the event. Free.
Oh, so what you're saying is we have a pair of tickets to SPW's event on Thursday evening, 24th of November. And
Correct.
we'll do it fastest finger style. Okay, how about this? All right, let's give everyone time to sort of lube their fingers, warm their fingers, right? And the first person to send in like what we tell you to send in the chat will win those tickets, right?
All right.
Okay, but not yet, because we still have Survivor Series to get past.
Yeah, we do. So for now, if you guys are interested, DM us, say your interest, okay? Then we'll do it simple. Out of the people that is interested, one of you guys will get free tickets, the rest will get discounted tickets. Come, your brothers hook you up, guys.
There you go. Oh, so not in chat lah. You're talking about in Instagram, is it?
Yes, correct. You put in for the giveaway, we do fastest fingers on the chat. But for the promo tickets, a bit complicated lah. But you know what I mean, right, guys?
Okay. So for the tickets we are giving away on stream right now, well, not right now, in just a few minutes, that one will be first person in chat, huh?
Okay.
Big T says he also won. Excuse me, you're on the cut.
Big T, you already wrestling. Why you need tickets, bro?
Yes, yeah. Okay, hang in there. We'll get to that in just a bit. But let's very quickly run through Survivor Series War Games.
Yes.
Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Are you liking this reset, reboot of Austin Theory?
Of course, Austin Theory 2.0 is so much better. It reminds me
Oh,
of young Randy, angry Randy.
yes,
So I like
yes.
it a lot.
Is it time for Seth freaking Rollins to drop his title? Or did he just randomly turn face?
Yeah, I mean, Seth dropping the title doesn't really matter because he will still
Yep.
be over. Give the title back to Theory, man. Give him back his crown, my opinion.
I feel like not yet. I feel like maybe, give it a bit more time. Have Austin Theory, be more dastardly, be more whatever, show more of an edge.
Okay.
And also, since this is a triple threat, I mean, there are options to go here. Like Austin Theory doesn't have to take the pin. Maybe Austin Theory does all the work, and then Seth Rollins steals the pin.
Well, in a way, I think it's gonna be a great match. What I like about this triple threat, some triple threats don't work. Like Samoa Joe Wardlow didn't work.
Nope.
But I think this will work because you have one horse in Lashley, or you have two great workers that can bounce for them and sell for Lashley.
Yes.
And it'll be a great match.
That's how you book a multi-man match, not have everyone look the same. Anyway. I'm excited for that. I'm not excited for AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. I feel like this would have been awesome 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe. But
Bro, a lifetime ago in New Japan, this would have been the biggest dream match for Bullet Club fans.
Yeah, now it's all played out. The Bullet Club is no longer really a hot thing, and they're just pulling this feud out. What do you think about Mia Yim's new nickname, Michin? They've been calling her Michin. Is that supposed to be her new name, or is it just her nickname?
Is that like a Japanese term of endearment or something? What does that mean?
She's Korean lah,
Oh, okay. So what does that Michin mean?
I forgot. They explained it on Raw. Somebody in chat, let us know what Michin means.
I mean, did Michin come out in any Blackpink lyrics, bro, that you might know of?
No, hang on. I think it's like hang on. I'm looking it up right now. Yes, she's officially actually gone through a name change on her WWE website profile. Her name is Michin, not Mia Yim anymore.
She's not Mia Yim, she's Michin.
Yes, Michin.
Maybe she's a disciple of Taka Michinoku. What do you think?
She's Korean, bro. Oh, it's Korean for crazy.
Okay. So Michin is literally her name. So she's like
crazy.
She gave away her reckoning nickname for Michin.
Yeah, Michin. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. It's unique. She's hanging out with the OC and everything. Like I said, I feel like this feud is a bit long in the tooth already.
It's a one-on-one match, but the faction mates are all in the corner. Or something.
Yeah, so everybody is going to charge in, and there's going to be a big clusterfuck one.
Okay. But you know what? They're all veterans. It's going to be a good match. I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is.
Big T says she is Xiao. So maybe if Alexis Lee ever goes to the WWE, she can rebrand as Xiao. Xiao and Michin. Because... okay. Who wins? Who cares?
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pick. I maybe give Finn Balor the win lah. Keep the Judgment Day strong lah.
But AJ Styles has lost every single one of these matches.
Who cares? He's fine. He'll be fine.
Okay, fine. Even if Finn Balor wins, who cares? Even if AJ Styles... Okay, I'm going to go for AJ Styles because he's just lost so many of these matches, and they finally got a new stablemate in Michin. She's supposed to be the rear nullifier. So it would be very stupid and ineffectual if they brought in the girl and then Michin doesn't do anything. So I think she will stop Rhea Ripley from getting involved. AJ Styles picks up the win. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it. I'll stick with Finn Balor lah.
Okay.
Poor guy. He just needs a break right now.
Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi.
The worst challenger you can find for Ronda. I mean, damn it, why not Shayna and Ronda? Come on.
Okay. You know why? I feel like if they were smart, they can build towards Ronda and Shayna here.
Or WrestleMania or later on lah.
Yes, because didn't Shayna lose to Shotzi in the lead up here?
I believe so, yes. I think they got distracted or something, yeah.
So, poor thing, right? Shayna kinda jobbing out. This is obviously to put Shotzi over, make her look like a threat. But we all know she's not a threat to Ronda Rousey. So
I would say even a Lacey Evans is more of a threat, just size alone.
Yeah, just based off the look and size, right? So this is just one of those, okay, let's throw somebody in your way before we have a program for you. Obviously, I want to see a situation where Shayna and Ronda starts going like, hey, why you keep losing matches? Hey, don't lousy leh, we're supposed to be the best, right? Like, and Ronda starts talking down to Shayna. And then, so you have that, like, almost like a $1 million man Virgil dynamic. You know what I mean?
But I would say Shayna could be bidding her time also. She could be playing the long game.
Could be.
You know, because Ronda keeps saying like, where is this killer instinct in you? Time to bring it back. Then she unleashed the killer instinct, but on Ronda lah.
Yeah. So that's my whole point, right? Like, you have Ronda like constantly talk shit about Shayna, but in a friendly way until Shayna cannot stand anymore, and then the crowd hopefully will be on Shayna's side.
Yeah, I think that should be fine. I think that should be a great payoff, but not Ronda versus Shotzi because
no, whatever. Let's go to the matches that people actually want to watch. Like, let's face it, this is a 2-match card.
Okay.
The rest of it can be on Raw or SmackDown, nobody cares. Let's talk about the first War Games match. This is probably what's going to kick things off, right? Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Michin. And don't know who, TBD, to be determined, versus Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley.
Well, seeing the talent in the ring, some of them got War Games experience.
Yes.
Can you imagine Io Shirai or like Io Sky doing her thing on top of the cage again?
Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen, right? You know that these ladies are going to put it all out there. I am looking forward to this one. The big question is, who is the TBD? Who is going to be that 5th member? Who could it be?
Do you think it's going to be someone coming back from like currently inactive in the roster, or somebody that they're bringing back from outside?
I don't know. So, I mean, really, who else do they have to bring from outside? I.e. Sasha Banks and Naomi, but that's 2 slots, right?
Yeah, and also Sasha Banks seems to be like playing it down. Like but she did mention November will be a special time for her.
Well, I mean, if they play it down, means more likely they'll make a big return, you know?
But why would Sasha Banks come back as a heel? That's my question.
No, she would come back as a face one.
She would be part of the face group.
Yeah, she'll be part of the Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka group.
Okay, then that makes sense. Yeah, if it was... Okay, will anyone other than Sasha Banks be a worthy surprise?
Worthy surprise or makes sense, because Big T brings up a very good option. Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix, wow.
Because she has beef with Rhea Ripley.
I think that would be dope. I think that would... people won't think of her as a first choice, but people won't be unhappy to see her coming.
Yeah, and have her be the last person to enter the cage. So at least you minimize her time spent in the cage, because she's technically retired, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if Beth returns, it has to be a face win, no?
Yeah, correct. Well, Beth, I think would be a great option, and she can do the power like the power moves and all the power style with Rhea. So it's gonna be great.
Absolutely. Then we have the big one, the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn, and the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, Shamus, Rich Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens.
Bro, as a long-time WWE viewer, are you happy with the reaction that Sheamus has finally gotten after years of I can't be bothered with this guy?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. It's weird, right? Like, Sheamus, obviously, he's over his peak a little bit already, lah. Like, let's not kid ourselves. This is not his peak, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch the interaction he had with Drew and the Brawling Brutes in the ring on SmackDown?
This last week? About him being the best man at the wedding.
Bruty.
Oh, Bruty.
It was so cringe. Like,
bro. Oh my god.
Sheamus, that's it. I feel like Sheamus right now at this point is like, it's the guy that's always been there. It's like if Dolph Ziggler came out to cut a promo. It's like, we'll cheer him, but it's like, it's not like, oh my god, he's here. It's like, all right, hey, it's this guy. We're familiar with him, you know?
The thing about Sheamus's charisma is he is very much like John Cena from 2010. Where it's all lame PG jokes.
Yeah.
You like him, but it's like, wow, this guy damn cringe, you know?
Because the crowd was chanting Usi. Then he was like, Bruty. I'm like, oh god, that's so fucking bad.
You know there's a bro tea in Singapore, right? The Thai ice milk tea brand.
Is it? It's called Bruty?
No, like BROTI, bro tea.
Oh, bro tea. Not brew tea, BREWTEA.
That one don't have lah. But you can brew some tea lah if you want.
Oh my god. But yeah, it was an awkward promo. And then of course when Sami Zayn comes out, he fucking just steals the show. You know,
Of course.
Uso in the Uzi in the sky, whatever. Like what?
Uzi in the sky with diamonds, bro.
Diamonds. Yeah, so like freaking the crowd lost their shit, right? Yeah, they have to be careful, you know. Sami Zayn will unintentionally like turn face on all of us.
Bro, it's bound to happen. He's gonna have the mankind run, bro. He's gonna turn on Roman Reigns, win the title one time.
I hope.
You know what? I hope they do it on SmackDown, and then they has like the best ratings of the year.
I hope so. I don't know about SmackDown, but okay, sure. Like that to me right now could be a WrestleMania main event, and we talked about it last week, so we shan't get into it. Kevin Owens returned. The crowd popped hard for it.
Kevin Owens is funny though, but he's been turning heel and face though.
He a bit like the Big Show. He's like, okay lah, you know, he's a good guy, bad guy, good guy, bad guy. The last time we saw him, he wasn't it at WrestleMania?
The bad guy, what?
Yeah,
he was beating up Stone Cold, and he was doing the Ezekiel stuff. Ezekiel, remember?
Yeah, so it's been a couple of months, and yeah, then he had the whole Ezekiel stuff. But now, okay lah, you know, the crowd, I think people remember his history with Sami Zayn. That's what makes this an intriguing sort of dichotomy of people in the match as well, right?
Yeah, and I love the fact that they have grown into like different people in their careers, but somehow they are always intertwined.
Yeah.
And that connection is the thing that makes people excited to have Kevin Owens in this match.
That's right. So there you go. That's Survivor Series. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for it?
I would say I'm more hyped for Survivor Series than a Full Gear, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, if there's anything that the WWE are very good at, it's generating hype. Whether the matches deliver or not is a different story, right? But they know how to lead up to something. In fact,
honestly, I really enjoyed the previous Crown Jewel event.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any bad thing to say about that event overall. So Survivor Series, knowing that Triple H has a soft spot for War Games.
Yes.
Can you imagine the amount of awesome booking he's going to do for those two matches?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just him. I'm sure there are more bookers, but I get what you mean. And he will probably be allowing them to do more of the crazy stuff as well. So it's exciting times to be a WWE fan right now. AEW, wasted potential, but hopefully they start pulling themselves up and we'll get there lah. If anything, you know, the new year will probably hold more excitement. Maybe CM Punk will come back, maybe not. We'll have to
Well, we never know. But you know what? Are you excited going into this year's Road to WrestleMania?
Yes, I am actually, because there are so many permutations, right? Like, it's like, okay, well, you know that Reigns has to drop the title already at this point. We've hit that boiling point already. He's been champion way too long, and somebody's is going to be Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, The Rock. Oh, what about this rumor that they're trying to get Stone Cold Steve Austin to come back?
Bro, if Stone Cold comes back, you know what? I think that what he showed last year, that he can still go in the right environment with the right opponent.
Yeah, but that's
who
the thing.
else?
Who is the right opponent? It's not going to be Roman Reigns. That would make no sense, right?
It's not going to be Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is going to move on.
Yeah. Austin Theory, you need to go up against an up-and-comer that can take a loss. You cannot...
Austin versus Austin Theory?
Yeah, why not? Because they had the thing last year, I remember, after the Pat McAfee deal. So there's history.
Yes, correct. Another thing, there's also potentially Logan Paul versus John Cena.
Is that on the cards, the rumor?
Logan Paul has been campaigning for it, bro.
Wow. Okay.
And I mean, he's injured right now, but I think John Cena posted a photo of Logan Paul to commend him for his match, right, at Crown Jewel, and then Logan put out a video telling Triple H, "Hey, Triple H, if you want another viral moment, put me in a match with John Cena." So can you imagine, even that match, even if it's an undercut match, right? That is for the mainstream alone.
Bro, that's your main event of night one.
Yeah, Logan Paul versus John Cena, man. That's crazy.
Or you can have night one, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn, and night two, John Cena versus Logan Paul. I mean, the permutations. And see, that's the way they get around the fact that there's only one world title. One of the nights has to be attraction main event, a star attraction main event.
Yeah, and it's so much better than last year because last year by this time we knew the foregone conclusion was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, there you have it. That's Survivor Series looking ahead. And we will be back next week to talk about Survivor Series, of course, and do the review and everything. But right now, we have tickets to give away. SPW's Astronomical Anniversary. Try to say that 3 times fast.
All right. Okay. Let me set down the guidelines. Okay. For those who are unable to be the fastest fingers first, don't worry. Slide into our DMs on our Instagram and tell us that you are interested in getting tickets. We'll give you guys the promo and all the promo guidelines. But for now, what do you think, Mr. Young? If I were to ask the question, a related question for SPW, right?
Okay,
fastest fingers first, right?
Yeah, so first person to enter the answer into the chat will win a pair of tickets to this Thursday's SPW show. That's this Thursday's one, huh?
Okay, but on a couple of conditions. Nobody who is already on the card wrestling can participate, even though you're on the chat. So
okay, big T, relax.
You relax. Okay, you'll be there anyway. We will see you there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so fastest fingers first. So, Mr. Young, you'll be the referee. You see whoever comes, you will flag his name. Okay.
Okay.
And I believe Saleh, our awesome intern, he's there in the chat as well. If you see, please help take down the name, and then we'll go find you and track you down later. All right. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question because I think I have the perfect question to ask.
Go ahead, bro.
Name me an AEW wrestler that will be wrestling at SPW X Astronomical Anniversary this Thursday. Go.
Oh! Dun, 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 dun. Tick, 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 tick. Name us.
Yeah, sorry. Urfi, you're also wrestling, so technically you can. Okay, one more time. For those who wants to attend, name us an AEW wrestler that is wrestling on night one or night. It doesn't matter, but they are wrestling for the SPW anniversary event. Go.
Oh, Jason, wait, Jason, you can come down on the 24th, man. That's the question.
Jason, congratulations, but are you gonna be able to come to Singapore? No? That's the question. You tell us first.
We send you the tickets, you come down, what? A bit wasted, right? What, you gonna frame the tickets?
I mean, technically, we can give you the ticket, but then your flight ticket to come also is really more expensive than the ticket. Then how, bro?
Oh, that's hilarious, though.
Okay. We shall put an asterisk for Jason. But then I can do another question because we got 3 pairs can give away.
Huh? Do we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So for Jason, you know what? Jason just put the asterisk. I asked another question.
Okay.
Or do you want to ask a question, Mr. Young?
No, go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay.
I just scared everyone is busy right now. So
is it?
Yeah, they might not be.
No idea what's happening, right?
Yeah, they might not be able to jump into the chat. So I propose that we do this on our Discord instead.
Oh.
He says, "Oh, sorry." Yeah, I thought so. He just wants to show that he knows. Yeah.
Now you spoil the entire contest master. Okay, let's make it clear. If you are wrestling on the card, you are not currently residing in Singapore, so it will be very hard for you to attend.
Yeah. No, you must be able to go basically, if you want to win.
Yeah, you must technically go this Thursday. I just like playing quizzes. You know what? You have been awesome to come over. Hey, can you book a ticket, come over to Singapore on 11 December, come hang out with us on our wrestle party, bro?
I think that would be awesome though. Okay, I tell you what, this is what we'll do. We will save the contest for our Discord then, since I think everyone's busy right now. We will
either put on Discord or we put it on our IG story lah.
Yeah, I think since we have a couple of pairs, right, we can do Instagram and on Discord also.
Yeah. Okay, Mighty, you send on our Instagram what question you want to ask. Let me go put on our Instagram IG story, right?
Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, though, all right, we are hyped up for SPW's Astronomical Anniversary. Anything you want to add in before we switch over to our chat with the statement? Yeah.
Oh no.
Andrew Tang, as well as Dr. Gore.
Well, we're gonna be there on Thursday and Friday. So when you see us, say hi, right? And I hope you guys all have a great, awesome wrestling weekend. Watch SPW and watch Survivor Series. Next week we'll be here for our technically last episode of the season.
Yes.
So much to talk about as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. Have fun at the SPW event, of course. And okay, it's time right now. We are going to hand things over to ourselves as we chat with the statement Andrew Tang as well as Dr. Gore. Yo, check this out. We have a jam-packed show today. We have so many windows right now. I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on. Joining us here today, the statement Andrew Tang.
Woo!
Yes.
Over there.
Over there. And a person who, let's just say we have a bit of history with right here on Kick to the Gut, good old Dr. Gore is with us as well.
Yo.
Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you guys.
Is this the official first time Dr. Gore has actually been on the podcast after years of rivalry?
Yes,
You
yes.
are right.
An
You are
official
right.
guest. And interestingly enough, right before we were going to do this, because I knew Dr. Gore was going to be on the show, I was like, is he going to do it with or without his mask? Huh?
Sorry to disappoint all those who are looking without the mask. We got to keep the gimmick real.
Yeah, man. Hey, Dr. Gore has been a trendsetter, bro. Before pandemic, he's already been like
What?
encouraging the mask, you know.
Wait, so when the pandemic hit, did you already have like boxes of masks ready to go?
Oh, that's interesting because when the pandemic hit, I had no more boxes because all my friends and all my neighbors were saying we don't have masks. So I decided, I guess wrestling is going to take a hit, so I should donate these masks away.
Oh,
Wow.
wait,
That's good.
Dr. Gore was being such a nice guy.
Yeah,
I
philanthropic.
I am. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so like diving right in, right? So we have a statement here. We have Dr. Gore here. Essentially, we have the main events of like both shows in a way, kind of like in a way. So,
Yeah,
well,
Of course, the shows being this, actually, it's in a few days, huh? It's Tuesday today, so we're talking about Thursday and Friday. 24th and 25th is SPWX, the Astronomical Anniversary, you guys. Wow. First of all, congratulations. Oh, it's so astronomical. We lost the statement for a second. Yes, it's that good. It's that outrageous.
bro, we were doing an Undertaker there, right? There.
Yeah, lights out and everything.
Yeah, but
Sorry about that.
No worries. Statement,
worries.
tell us how it is, how it feels. It's the 10th anniversary of SPW this year.
Well, it's gonna be a huge milestone for us, man. We've come a long way, man. I mean, 10 years is not an easy task for us, man. 10 years to have a pro wrestling entity in Singapore, and we really built up from scratch. Imagine when we first started, it was like Kampong Ubi, we only had like 60 people in attendance, and right now, man, it shows about like all of our shows is definitely an average about like drawing about 400, 500. Like even the last one we recently had at the dormitory show, we got about 1,200 packs. And of course, the important thing is about to see like the growth of all the wrestlers that have came through now. I mean, they came through the SPW, we have international stars coming in, even our local guys. So it's the beauty about the evolution of the local guys, when we first started, we were like, I don't know, we don't look like $1 million, but I mean, like right now, some of us, we do like look like $1 million, or maybe for like myself, maybe
Especially
$1 billion.
you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even like the international stars, man, even last someone would know like Johnny Gargano, Zima Ion. Look at them right now. They're in WWE, and even Traxxas. I want Traxxas. Dante Chen right now is a big superstar in WWE, right? So it's something amazing and beautiful. I think it's something very, very near and dear to me. That's why for this 10-year show, and I told myself like, hey, I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to do it. Make sure it's going to be 2 years. I mean, 2 days. It's going to be a 2-day event. It's supposed to be ideally supposed to be on a Friday and Saturday, but somehow, I just can't. Saturday is fully booked, so. Let's just do it, man. Thursday and Friday, we're just gonna give something special. It's a celebration of pro wrestling in Singapore.
All right.
Let's turn the camera. Oh, there you go. He's doing the Undertaker thing again.
The Undertaker thing again. Yeah. So it's a celebration for Singapore. Yeah. So so definitely looking forward to it.
My question is for you is like when you first started SPW, was 10 years even a dream? Like, was it even a goal of yours, at that point in time?
Wow. Of course, I mean, the aim is to actually, to go as far as I can, for the company to go as far as it could, like to see like where it goes. But I mean, I mean, I didn't expect it to be like, we can last for so long. And of course, the growth of the company, I think like the way how we grow, it's amazing, amazing. People around the world know us, promotions around the world know us, international wrestlers coming down and everything. It's about the connections that we build. It's about the friendship that we gain from this pro wrestling, and of course, like from promotions around the world, building that bridge and that connection to everyone. Yeah.
What about for yourself, Dr. Gore? Which part, when in this 10-year journey did you start yours, and how has it been, just looking back?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Young. I think it started officially around the third year period. I consider myself the second or the third generation SPW wrestler. What was the second part of the question?
How does it feel, this journey? I mean, be it 7 years, 10 years, right? Like, where do you see yourself now? How have you grown as a wrestler, as a personality? Yeah, what have you learned from the experience?
The friends you meet, the connections that you have, the rivalries, and the rivalries. And just the cross platform. I consider myself not just a doctor, but as an artist. The ring is my canvas. The opponents are my paintbrushes. But beyond that, beyond the combat, beyond the stories, you meet people from all over the world. I'm a Singaporean boy. I didn't expect to become friends with Thai. I didn't expect best friends in Japan and Thailand and Australia. And we don't speak the language all the time, but we share a connection through wrestling. I think that's beautiful. I think that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I think, and the beautiful thing is, like, when you guys first started in 2012, and now in 2022, like, how has the South Asian wrestling scene as a whole transformed in these last 10 years since SPW has been part of it? Both of you can answer this question.
I think it's...
Andrew, please go first. Go.
No, it's fine. You go first. Yeah.
Okay. I would say this because it's close to my heart, because I consider Thailand to be my second home. But you look at Malaysia, you look at Vietnam, you look at where else is Australia counted? And it's not just one promotion in a country. It's two, it's three. And there's so many different styles coming out. There's local flavor. That is the one that attracts all these international stars to all these countries in Southeast Asia. And for us Asians, it connects with us with all our cultural roots and our understandings. So who would believe that you can hear Singlish in a Singapore wrestling ring? Who would believe that you're here? Last night, there was a full-on conversation about Thai. In Thai language, they were fighting and scolding each other, and the fans, both American and both foreign and also locals, were laughing their balls off. And we didn't expect this in a pro wrestling ring. So Southeast Asia has really matured, and there's still a long way to go, and it's so exciting.
What do you guys feel also about, like, the fact that Southeast Asia has become an attraction for, like, international wrestlers to come over? Because before this, they wouldn't even have registered Singapore on the radar. But now you see so much international wrestlers coming through, like, and SPW definitely have a big part in playing for that. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's amazing. I think it's because of the connections that we have. It's because of like the opportunities that, like some of us get to wrestle overseas. Like, for example, even Pete Dunne, man, a good story with Pete Dunne. Good example with Pete Dunne. I went to HKWF, and then I think at the point of time, Poho wanted to like do some kind of like Macau wrestling. At the time, he was like was the advisor for some investor for Macau wrestling, and apparently like he brought down a bunch of UK guys, and in the UK guys, I mean, a bunch of them, there was like Sam Gradwell as well. He was on NXT UK, and then of course Pete Dunne. At the point of time, I didn't know who Pete Dunne was. I mean, at that he was just climbing up the ranks, on the pro wrestling industry. And then, but wow, man, when I saw him like wrestle and when he did his finisher, I was like blown away, man. And I talked to him and stuff, and we exchanged contacts and stuff. And I mean, after that, like in a couple of months time or 1 year later, and then he became the bruiserweight, man. And then like, wow, just say like, hey, do you want to wrestle in Singapore? And at the point of time, he had a special contract. And then it's good, man. I had Pete Dunne coming down, it's my friend. Because before I knew him as the bruiserweight, and like yeah, I mean, word gets around, lah. I guess I think word gets around, like, because for us, we take pride in the presentation of our product. You know,
Yep.
the setup, music, lighting, everything. It's not
Yep.
about just like, you know, putting the ring in the hall and then just doing some wrestling match. It's like your people are paying you for the experience, and of course, as
Yes.
an international wrestler, right? I mean, you come down, you want to have like you know, like good shots of yourself. You know, like I feel like doing a wrestling match is like, you know, building a portfolio. I mean, maybe I mean, at the point of time they are climbing up in stars. They also want like good matches, good production value, good pictures, so that they can, you know, promote their own match to like other promoters as well. And like, you know, and of course, like the quality of wrestling, the quality of wrestling of the wrestlers as well. Yeah, I mean, along the way, like even in Taiwan, so I met like John Morrison, like Evan Bourne, chilling out with them. You know, I showed them the product, and of course, like they're so interested to wrestle in Singapore. I mean, it's just about finding the right time, and of course, like even like Chris Masters, right? Like, you know, like, you know, I was like you know, helping him to go to Malaysia and stuff like that. And the original plan was supposed to bring him down to Singapore, but I mean, it's because of the COVID situation, we can't do that. But yeah, I mean, like I think it's just that it's our product, lah. You know, like what we have, what we can bring to them, what we can value add to them, and of course, like, you know, another important thing as well is, of course, like you know, like my hospitality to them and my hospitality to my guests and how I treat them. You know, I want to make sure like they have a good time in Singapore, because I'm proud of my country, I'm proud of my promotion. I also want to show them, like, you know, just give them a good statement that they can remember. Yeah,
A good statement. I like how you slipped that in there. So,
Yeah.
and of course, once again, you know, we
Word
look at
gets
all that
around,
history. You guys have come a long way. Let's jump into the preview of this Astronomical Anniversary happening once again Thursday and Friday. If you haven't gotten your tickets, remember to go and get your tickets. I believe there are just only very few tickets left, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very limited. Go and get them. If not, you'll be sitting there this weekend, this Thursday, Saturday, feeling sad about yourself. Don't do that. Get your tickets. Okay, let's jump into day one right now. I'm looking at the card right now, and my gosh. Okay, maybe we can do sort of like a mini preview of each of these matches for day one first.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like jump in with your thoughts and ideas. First of all, we have Destroyer Dama and Shivam versus Terry Diesel and Kojio. Okay, tell us a little bit more about Terry Diesel and Kojio. I'm not very familiar with them.
Gore, do you want to say? Do you want to talk about them? Gore, maybe.
Sure, I would.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, statement, and wonderful summary of SPW. But Terry Diesel, as we all know, used to be EK Buffy. He used to be the Bangkok rock star, but now he is the Bangkok, you know, heavy metal rock star. There's a little bit of darker tone. He's coming out with his guitar. He is more focused on pain rather than just exciting the audience.
Nice.
And Kojo, who made his debut yesterday on the same show as us, he actually has a background of being an ex-militant. This man has traveled the world for military work, for military service. And he has developed a little bit of a PTSD in his head. You know, there's something that has turned him from man to a monster now, which is the perfect pairing for Terry Diesel, who wants to inflict pain on not just any opponents, but people he takes personally, like his old rival Shivam.
Right.
You know?
Bro, talk about his mask. His mask looks incredible. Like, it looks so scary. My God.
It is amazing. I don't even know if it's a mask. I feel like it's a real face. You know, it kind of reminds me of the AEW Joker mask, the one with the devil.
Yes.
MJF, right?
Yeah, the MJF one. And it looks so realistic up close. I kind of kept my distance from him on the locker room. And I did hear whispers that the person who made that face for him is the same person that did the mask for MJF.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got some underground like mask maker that's like doing masks for all the stars here. Huh?
Yeah,
that's right.
We all wear masks, love. We all wear masks in real life as well. We all wear masks in real life.
It reminds me of, for the comic book nerds, it reminds me of the saying, like with Batman, right? Bruce Wayne is the mask. So chew on that for a second.
True.
And of course, we got Destroyer Dama in this match as well. So you know it's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be what they call a banger.
A banger.
A banger.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Muscles.
don't forget
Yes.
that Destroyer Dama's the NBCB champion, and you never know. You gotta watch his back. Maybe anyone in the match might want to pin him for the
Yeah,
NBCB championship.
we gotta mention that because like I missed out on the last event, so like there was this huge like collaboration with NBCB. I love the acronym, by the way.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
this title, can you tell me more about this title? Because what's this stipulation all about?
Oh, it's a 24/7 championship. It's like basically like the WWE's 24/7 championship.
Ah.
So yeah, because he basically angered the boss, coming out there, running his mouth about cheeseburgers and stuff like that. And so basically the boss of NBCB, may take the 24/7 championship rules for him.
Oh.
So yeah, so he has to defend his title. He's just gonna watch his back for running his mouth So
Okay, so
Okay lah.
while he's involved in this match, you might never know, anyone might spring up on him
Yep.
and like do up a roll up from the back lah.
never know. It could be me. It could be Dr. Gore. It could be Young. It could be Foreign. You never
Oh
know.
my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay,
I love
this
it.
is-
Anyone,
now
anyone
I've always
can be
I've always
champion.
dreamed of winning a title. I think this is the closest I can get to like taking a title in SPW. This NBCB
NBCB
title.
title.
All you need to do is just 3 seconds. All you need is 3 seconds, and you become a champion, a real champion.
Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction right here. You will see the NBCB title on this podcast on
What?
my shoulder one day.
Bro,
you will
bro.
never know.
Talk very easy, but it's Destroyer Dama. 3 seconds
Hey,
seems
and the
very
best thing,
short, but it's
and the best
Destroyer.
thing, guys,
Mm.
and the best thing about this, right, when you win a championship, right, you can cash in, you can just go to any NBCB outlet, at Katong, at Central, and you can get unlimited cheeseburgers as long as you're champion.
Are you serious? Okay,
how
okay,
about that?
okay. That changes
How about
everything.
that?
Now I'm in. Now I'm in. Also, Foreign. I distract him. You roll up for the pin. Let's go. Let's do
Bro,
it.
this is a painful way to just buy cheeseburgers. I think we could just buy it, but why not, bro? Let's
Yeah,
go
free
for it.
cheeseburgers, bro. And someone's NBCB, right? Okay, let's move on to another match I'm seeing here on the card. Big T versus Homeless Riz. It's a
Yeah, I'll
grudge
talk
match.
about that. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yeah.
Is Homeless Riz from Ring of Rebirth the same guy, or is this like a different iteration?
No.
Oh,
He's,
okay.
He's always been with SPW.
Mm.
Homeless Reese
Okay,
has always
okay,
been with
got
SPW.
it.
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
Yeah,
I feel very
Homeless Reese
poor thing-
and
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Big T
I'm
lah,
looking at the
yeah.
photo here. I feel very poor thing for this guy because it looks like Big T is going to just, for lack of a better term, squash him.
yeah, but I mean he deserved it. What I mean, like he stole Big T's $1,000. Of course, you
Yeah.
know he'll just get whatever that he deserves, lah. And of course, Big T, being my bitch right now. I think Big T has seen the light. Has become a better person. He has joined the dark side.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's just karma. Oh my God, he got humiliated by Riz in his first match. I mean, like, Riz pinned Big T, and Big T is an established wrestler. And
Yeah.
after that, what did he do? He still had the cheek to steal $1,000 from Big T. Of course, if someone stole money from me, man, the guy's gonna die, man. Of course,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
my money,
man.
man. I want my money for my drinks, my woman, my party.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, man. Nobody's gonna take my
Yeah.
money away from me, man. I work hard for it. And Big T, being my bitch, he worked really hard for that $1,000, right? Now this guy just came in and just took the money. No, it's not gonna wait. It's not the way to go, man. And I think this grudge match is probably gonna be a street fight. I believe it's gonna be a street fight. I think that's gonna make it more interesting, or false count anywhere or something. I hope like Reese gets his deserves. He's gonna get.
Yeah, he
Get
doesn't
crushed,
matter if
by-
he's homeless, man. He doesn't deserve that 1,000. Who cares if he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
homeless?
it doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve it. I really wish the best for Big T. Man.
I mean,
love
watching and looking Big T's expression, it's almost as if he's kind of I don't say he's what lah, but like it's kind of lost his soul a little bit,
He lost his smile.
He lost it, yeah, in a way, after becoming statements bitch. Do you have anything to say about that? Like, it's
I think it's okay. He may have lost his smile, right? But his wallet became thicker. But, money can buy you everything. You take a look at his Instagram. Right now, he's at Batam enjoying the life. Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what happened last night? But it's because of the money. It's because of the money. That's why he's happy right now, right? I mean, he's happy. Maybe he's not smiling, but inside his heart, he's a happy man, right? Yeah.
Bro,
So money makes the world go round.
I love what statement says, bro. Money can heal any smile, bro. I
Sure.
understand.
Precisely.
Gore.
Yeah.
Is there any chance Riz pulls this one out in your eyes?
Pulls something out of Taufik, pulls something out of the hair. I don't know. I mean that expression on Big T's face, he's so full of anger and rage. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? And Big T has been losing weight.
Yep.
You know, that's the key part. He's been putting that cardio in. He's got to be explosive in this match. You know, and can Riz match that? Because there is a size difference, you know. And his homelessness, you know, he's not that rich. So he doesn't get the cheeseburgers. He doesn't get the energy to fight Big T. Can he go out for like a street fight across the ring, around the arena? It's hard to say. But
hey Gore, and you would know, right? And you know, and Big T and me beat the Horror's ass last week.
I give it to them. I give it to them. Yeah, you know.
It's a good thing they're not in the same room, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's okay. But I'll say this, you know, one thing about homeless people is that they're very crafty. You know, they know how to find corners to hide. They know where to stash items. They know where to pull things out of the hat. So what kind of weapons might Riz have just being a homeless guy, just hiding things around the place? It's a possibility.
He's fighting every day. You know why? He's fighting every day for survival.
Yes.
You never know. But Big T for the win.
All right, that's going to be definitely one to look out for. This one also, Alexis Lee is issuing an open challenge for the Vixen title. Tell us a little bit more about that, Andrew.
Yeah, Vixen title. Where is this from? Or is this from a different promotion or SPW?
Yeah, it's from a different championship. It's from it's from a different promotion. Yes, it's a women's championship. I'm not sure who she's gonna open a challenge to. Maybe you never know. There might be some big stars coming down, or maybe there may be some female wrestlers from Malaysia, from Thailand, from Philippines. I don't know, Crystal. I don't know. Maybe it could be Trish Stratus. I don't know.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Hey. Yeah,
because it's
could
an
be
open
anybody.
challenge, right? It could be an open challenge, and the female wrestlers that I've booked are already inside the card as well, right? So you never know. It'll be a surprise. You know, I can't say much about it. I mean, who will step up to the challenge?
It could be Santino Marella's sister. Who knows?
Yeah, Santino Marella's sister. You never know. You can only find out only on the 24th of November.
Exactly.
Speaking of Alexis Lee, man, can like you guys known her from the start? Like, what have you thought of her progression from 2012 all the way to 2022, where she is right now in her skills?
Wow, I think she has grown so much as well. I remember the very first match in 2012. Her very first match was against Dr. Gore, the Darkness, and Tiberian, right? So Dr. Gore, maybe you want to talk more about the first match that you had with her, if you still can remember. Like, 2012 is a long time ago, man. 10 years ago, man. Yeah,
let's talk about what happened in 2020, 2021, COVID, and when you get locked down, you go into this dark place in your head. And we have seen recently how, her entrance just gets cut off and replaced by skeletons and everything. She's no longer even calling herself the Lion City Hit Girl. I don't know. It's like some Lion City assassin. She comes out with that face paint and she's all brooding and angry. So the progression, she was on this stressful time where she always had to wrestle international girls. And when there was no chance, then she had to wrestle the Singapore guys. I think that can take a toll on someone's mentality. And then with COVID, maybe something snapped. And now she's here, she's meaner, she's angrier. Who knows what it is? And the fact that she had to vacate the tag titles. Yeah. What can that do to someone?
Because she was going on such a good run.
Yeah, and she had to vacate the titles, and she had to lose the titles essentially not because of her, but because of somebody else.
Yeah, and to be fair, she's one of the most out there in the spotlight wrestlers because she's the only girl in Singapore. So media coverage, they're all questioning her. Oh, are you good enough? Why aren't you living up to the hype? Are you a fluke? All these questions. Can a young lady handle that stress? We're about to find out about her progression. I don't think this is the final evolution of Alexis Lee. I think
she's the first female Singaporean wrestler to represent Singapore at WWE tryouts. That's a huge thing, right?
Yes,
that's a huge thing for her, right? And she in the tryouts, she did 2 matches. Two
Wow.
matches. Everyone did like one, but she did 2 matches. So yeah, she's
She's
remarkable.
on that she's on that Dr. Gore cleaning overtime 24 hours emergency room schedule.
She's
crazy.
she's tough as nails. Like she's tough as nails. She may not be as big, she won't be very muscular and stuff, but man, she can take a beating. And she can deliver a beating as well, lah. Yeah. So don't underestimate this tiny girl.
I can vouch because we saw that match, that tag team match. I think when she fought the Thai wrestlers. Oh my God, the Thai wrestlers don't give chance. Beat her up like crazy, but she still delivered, man. And I was watching that show with my partner, my girlfriend, and she has never watched wrestling before, and she came out of it becoming a fan of Alexis. She's saying like, oh, this woman is like my idol. So she is inspiring to women, like local girls everywhere who might be interested in wrestling and all that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I might have to drop off early, like soon, because I have a clinical schedule. Is it too selfish if I ask to talk about the main event before we carry on to the rest of the card?
No worries. Let's jump right to the main event then. Because you are part of the main event. In fact, the Horrors. Yes, Dr. Gore, as well as the Butcher Man versus CDK. That's right. Tell us a little bit more about CDK.
I can go in depth, but first of all, Andrew has wrestled Masa so many times. He knows how sneaky and how resilient Masa Takanashi is, don't you, Andrew?
Yeah, man. He's a technician, man. He's a technician that knows how to put you in ways and put you in so much pain, man. Put you in so much pain, man. Yeah.
And he's drunk, Andrew. He's drunk half the time.
He's
forever drunk.
He's more drunk than me. He's more drunk than me. He doesn't show. Maybe he drinks a lot, right? But he doesn't turn drink. If I drink, everybody knows that I'm drunk. But maybe you never know. He wrestle you drunk, lah. You never know.
It's the drunken power, man. The drunken strength.
It's the drunken demon power, man. I don't know. I've seen Andrew and him go crazy on Bangkok drink sessions. It's mad. The both of them are demons themselves on the street. But aren't you, Andrew?
I'm a demon in the bedroom, lah.
Oh wow!
Right.
Hey, and statement is live from the bedroom right now. So
that's why. Yeah. Who knows what just happened minutes ago? Maybe right before we got on this Zoom.
It's difficult to hide the rest of
the I almost, you know what happened last night? I almost brought back someone else's wife. Remember what happened last night, right? Remember what happened? Because I wanted my championship. I wanted someone's championship.
Whatever happens in Bangkok is to stay in Bangkok, bro.
Andrew, you almost brought home someone's wife, but you were so drunk you ended up bringing back the husband.
No, I didn't. No.
That's a joke.
Okay.
Again, whatever happens in Bangkok stays in Bangkok.
Yeah. Back to the match. Okay. Yes, no worries. It's always got to be fun working with somebody you've tagged with for a long time and you consider a friend, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How does it feel to be back with the Horrors? This is officially your reunion, right? In a way.
I could have retired happy. I was just so happy to just become a manager, just support Butcher when things get dirty. Like how you saw me assist in retaining the title against CKB in the street fight. But something clicked in those months. I realized life is too short. I can't just live in fear. And I had a chance to now prove that I can overcome any fear or anxiety about wrestling long term. And you asked me about Masa, and I'd like to tell you about his partner, Chris Brooks. Now, he is making waves in Japan. But before he became the Chris Brooks that everyone knows and is trending now, I used to be a huge fan of Chris Brooks because of Ho Ho Lun.
Oh.
Yes. Ho Ho Lun used to wrestle in the UK circuit a lot. And I was looking for slim, skinny wrestlers who shared the same physique as I am. And I happened to come across this guy by the name of Chris Brooks. And I was so inspired because he was flying around the ring and he was tall and he was lanky, but he was in long Ironman matches against Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne and Trent Seven. And I was so hooked. And a few years later, when the Horrors were trying to find their identity, he made his debut on Progress Wrestling with his ex-tag team partner, Kid Nikos, on CCK. And the minute I saw that, I sent the link to Butcher. I said, hey, Butcher, watch this. Because this is what I aspire the Horrors to be like. They were grimy, they were technical, and they were so on fire. They were punk rock.
Nice.
And when the pandemic hit, and he stayed in Japan, I just thought to myself, like, it's so cool that he's bringing that style to DDT. And I never thought that one day I'll get to wrestle him. But then Andrew gives me a call one day, and he says, I've got a surprise for you.
Huh.
Oh, amazing.
And he says, Andrew says, I need to have a banger of a main event, and I need to make sure that the Singapore titles become relevant again. I've got a name down for you, CDK. And my mind just blew. My mind
Wow.
just blew up, honestly speaking.
Essentially, this is almost like a dream match for you. It's like a dream come true to face like this dream opponent of yours in a way, right?
Yeah, it is a dream. It is a nightmare because I know the level that he's on. I know the technical game, and I've wrestled him once in Bangkok already. I know the level of violence he brings with Masa. Those two are crazy. So I want to keep the tag team titles in Singapore, but it's against CDK. And it's crazy, it's stressful, and I love it. I love it because we don't know what's going to happen. Because it's obvious they're on a different level. They're on a new level, you know, and the Horrors are just getting back together. But I believe that with the Singapore team and the Singapore spirit behind us, we can keep the titles against this undefeated, this crazy year-long running streak that CDK has.
Man, I'm hyped for this, and also this is the for the tag team titles, which are vacant at this point, right?
Yes, unfortunately, I hope Nick comes back. Get well soon, Nick. You know, you're a strong guy, but I'm sorry that you're out of the title pictures. And the Horrors have always been the ones to win the tag team championship. We never had a chance, or things didn't work my way. I got injured, but it's all come full circle now. Past the injury, past the anxiety, against someone that inspired us, and against someone with a longevity of experience in SPW and Masa. CDK versus Horrors. Let's go, man.
Yeah, love it.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
And
you deserve it, guy.
Yeah,
deserve
man.
it, Gore. You deserve it, man.
And for those who loved haven't gotten their tickets and want to see the main event, guys, please check out our KTTG promo. You guys get $10 off the premium tickets, and the non-premium is $8. So please check it out, because this is a big match for the Gore as well as the Horrors, and the main event for day one as well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Foreign is doing his own Undertaker lights situation.
Yeah, man.
Over there. I noticed. Oh boy.
Bro,
that's the theme of today's
Sunday mornings, bro. Sunday morning tech don't work.
Yeah, that's the theme for today's chat here. Lights go out. Okay, Dr. Gore, I know you need to head on out of here for your appointments. Who knows what Dr. Gore does on a Sunday? We shan't pry. But thank you so much for joining us here today, man.
Thank you so much. I realized that on the Long Tyrant, I didn't talk so much about Butcherman, but I'll just summarize this about Butcherman.
Sure, go ahead.
Through thick and thin, through the hardest and the lowest times, or the highest and the lowest times of my life, the Butcherman has always been there. He was the one that, on my birthday, when I said, I think I'm out of wrestling, he brought me out for lunch, you know, with some raw meat.
Of course.
And then halfway, we were walking past, at midnight, we were walking past the training center, he just goes, wouldn't it be funny if we just stepped inside there just to spar a little bit? And I said, okay, let's have fun. And I owe my wrestling career to the Statement Andrew Tang for being my coach. And I owe my longevity and my motivation also to the Butcherman, who is my best friend and the best wrestler out of Singapore, one of the best wrestlers out of Singapore. Sorry, Andrew.
Who would have thought that the Horrors, a team like the Horrors, would have such an incredible, beautiful bromance? I love it, man.
I love it. Founding fathers of SPW, and like, you know, Horrors. I think any local wrestling fan who came to SPW shows would know like the Horrors and their history, and whether you guys are tag teams or enemies or bromance or whatever it is. It's heartening to see. It's a long time fan. I'm so happy to see you guys back, even if it's like for a short time. Hey, why not?
Yeah,
enemies? That's a good idea. What would happen if Dr. Gore versus the Butcher? I never seen that.
We'll tear the
Face
house down.
1-on-1 in a match. Maybe, just maybe, we might see that in the future. Huh?
Did I just plant some seeds?
The seeds have been planted, you guys.
We will tear the house down. I've made the agreement. is interesting. I made a game with Butcher before. I said best friends make the best matches. We make the best violence.
We'll see.
Because
Just like the
we-
Traxxas and me, lah. Just like the Traxxas and me.
There you go.
The house
and
down.
you, yes.
That's
Love
right.
it, love
That's
it.
right.
You put us in a main event, we'll tear the house down.
Pretty sure of that. Pretty sure of that.
Okay, Dr. Gore, we'll let you go do what you need to do. Once again, thank you so much. And we'll continue previewing the rest of the show with the statement right now. But yes, once again, thank you, Dr. Gore.
Thank you, guys. I'd just like to say when I leave, Mr. Young, Foreign, we've had our differences, but we have the community and the love for pro wrestling that unites us. We can disagree, but it doesn't mean we can't share the love. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, let's continue previewing this awesome duo of events on Thursday and Friday, SPWX, aka the 10th anniversary and astronomical anniversary. I want to go back, right? Because I saw this one announcement that you guys made. Kelly Kimberly, social media celebrity, she's going to be back at the event. Now, I wanted to bring this up, but we got a little bit sidetracked because Dr. Gore had to leave, right? I noticed that, Alexis Lee issuing an open challenge for the Vixen title, and then Kelly Kimberly is making an appearance. I mean, okay, the last time Kelly Kimberly came to her aid, so they are friends, right? Is there any possibility that, once a title is on the line, you talked about it just now, money makes people change, I mean, maybe I'll just put that out there. Do you have any statement?
Wow, yeah, you're right. Maybe when she wins the championship, will actually even elevate her status. She'll be even more famous. She'll be making waves. She can tell the media that she just made a transition of pro wrestling, and she's the new Vixen championship, and she has a victory over Alexis Lee, one of the top stars in Singapore wrestling history. Right? You never know, but. I don't know, or maybe she can just be there as a guest, supporting SPW, because in a way, even though she just did a match with Alexis, but I think she has so much respect for what we do inside the ring, and so much respect for SPW. Maybe she just might be making a guest appearance. We never know, man. But in wrestling, it's always about expecting the unexpected. Yeah, true.
I love it, and of course, we are excited to see more female talent coming through, wrestling talent. So it'll be great to have a division around Alexis going forward, especially in the future.
Okay, we'll just leave that at that, and let everybody else speculate. Let's move on. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know how this got set up, but I love the fact that the three local wrestling companies have come together. There's one cross-promotional match, Battle of the Brands, as you guys call it. Grapple Max represented, by DJ Kyle and Smart Dave. Ring of Rebirth represented by Elfie and Eurasian Dragon. And of course, SPW represented as Black Arrow and BGJ.
Big Good Jack.
Yes. How did this mega crossover match happen? And I mean, we know who you're rooting for, huh? No need to say, right?
I think I think it's I think this match, it's gonna be this match is gonna be like a tanking it's just for the fans, it's just gonna make the fans happy, because it's been a while since Gripper Max has the people from Gripper Max has wrestled in the SPW ring, and of course 10 years of Singapore wrestling history. They did play a huge part in SPW as well. I mean the founding members and stuff. I mean the original plan. To be honest, I really wanted to bring down like Dave and Greg. Because it's GST. And I imagine the pop that that we will get because GST played a huge part for SPW. Without them, of course, we won't have SPW as well, because they are one of the top tag teams in Singapore as well. And of course, Eurasian Dragon, we all know him. He's number one baby face in SPW for many years as well. Right now, recently, he has been doing his own Ring of Rebirth. And of course, since Ring of Rebirth, I mean, Elfie's a new kid on the block, and of course, but from what I see, I've been attending their shows and stuff. I feel there's a lot of promise from this young kid, So because I want him to be up down the card as well, and let's just see, this match is going to be very special. It's going to be like a 3-way tag team match. So at any point of time in the ring, 3 people has to be inside the ring.
And I love I love the fact that even the different promotions, like at least one of the wrestlers have some sort of connection or past history with SPW. It's almost like the fact that SPW is like the forefather and to like help to spring out all these other promotions. I think it's really good like for the whole local wrestling industry as a whole, right?
It's a celebration of Singapore wrestling, let's just say it. So I really wanna, just bring them down, I think this would be good as well, Yeah.
Yeah,
Showcase different styles of wrestling. I mean, their style of wrestling, Ripple Max style of wrestling, Wing of Ripple style of wrestling, SPW style of wrestling, all inside the match, so that just put more eyeballs on the product of Singapore wrestling.
It'll be fun to see the different styles clashing, especially that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match, especially one of my personal matches that I'm hyped for as well.
Right. Let's talk about another championship match, the SPW Southeast Asian Championship. Aiden Rex, the champion, facing Ho Ho Loon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You book a banger statement.
Yeah.
Comments, of course.
Comments on that one. And are you rooting for anybody in particular? Because, Aiden Rex was the guy who,
I mean,
took
to be
the
honest,
title.
I really don't care.
Okay.
Like, whoever wins, right, they will face me, Tajiri and Masa on day 2. So I really don't care. I mean, we have history. I have history with Holun as well. But I mean, like, Holun has been complaining, he has been part of, he feels that he's part of SPW 9.5 years. Basically, he came down back in the days to help, like, teach us how to, like, teach us more stuff, improve our technique, share his knowledge and everything. Yeah, but he feels like he's underpaid for this match. He feels like he feels that he deserves more. He feels that he should be in the limelight compared to the old man. He refers to Tajiri as the old man. He wants to be the attention to be on him. So I think the only way he can know how to make a statement is by winning the championship. He feels that by winning the championship that he deserves more. So it's quite personal for him. So
right.
Yeah. He's gunning for the championship, and a really driven Holun is scary because I've seen him, man. Like, he's always happy-go-lucky, but when he's I remember once he went to WWE, and then when he came back, he went back to Hong Kong. He has his own faction. I think it's called Rito or Outer Space or something. Wow, it's another level, man. And like heel Holun. Yeah, it's scary. Here, Holun is scary, and don't underestimate this guy. You think he's like a comedy character or whatsoever, man. But I tell you, his knowledge of wrestling and his skill of wrestling is another level as well.
Yeah,
it's whether if he wants to do it, whether he wants to ignite that fire. And from this match, from what I see, I think his fire is reignited, and he definitely wants that championship. So Aiden Rex really gonna watch his back, man. Yeah, and of course, you all know Aiden Rex, man.
Yeah.
It's always evolving, it's always getting better, improving, getting better. And we contrast our style because Aiden Rex is a technical marvel, and he will just try to outdo Ho Lun with his speed and of course his technical ability but of course Ho Lun will be very crafty.
Yep.
And of course he used his experience over Aiden Rex. So we're just gonna see who's gonna come on top.
For those who don't know, what is Ho Lun's connection with SPW? How, in your opinion, how important was Ho Lun's contribution to SPW in the last 10 years?
Oh, it's very, very important, man. When I first saw Ho Lun last time in 2012, I thought this guy from Hong Kong, he messaged me. I'm like, this tiny guy coming here, is he even legit or whatsoever? He came in, and then I remember the time we didn't have much budget, so he flew down to Singapore. And he was staying in my house, man. He was staying in my house, staying in my room, and then he came down and then he taught us stuff and everything. And I think my very first, he had an exhibition match, and then after if I'm not wrong, I had a special event at Escape, and then I wrestled him as well. But I was training really hard for that match. So one day before, I dislocated my shoulder. So I went to the hospital, put it back. And then the following day, I still had that match. And then, my shoulder came out a couple of times. So it's quite a long history with me and Ho Lun. And I think ever since he came down to Singapore, I think he had about three or four more matches. In Singapore and SPW. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the godfather of Hong Kong wrestling. So godfather
Right.
of Hong Kong wrestling and the godfather of Singapore wrestling. So
There you
The
go.
Battle of the Godfathers.
battle of the godfathers. Maybe one day down the road, maybe we will have a match together again, a singles match again. But
There you go.
or maybe it could be on November 25th for the four-way match for the SPW Southeast Asia Championship. Yeah, you never know.
We'll get to day 2 in just a bit, but I want to wrap up day 1 right now. So the co-main event for day 1, it's a mixed tag match, right? It's yourself,
Yes.
Andrew Tang, and Suruga Mei. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, Mei Suruga. Yeah.
Mei Suruga versus Tajiri and Riho. Okay, 2 very well-known names. Tell us a little bit more about Mei Suruga, because I'm not very familiar with her. Yeah.
Mei Suruga is one of the top stars of Gato Move Wrestling. And then, of course, she has been making waves in AEW as well with her speed, her cuteness, her agility. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, I remember when I was in Japan, was making a debut in Japan with EK Baki of Terry Diesel. It was the same time where Mei was making her debut in for Gato Move as well. Yeah, so, like, wow, like, she has come a long way. Like, she has evolved her character so much, and yeah, she's really amazing. Like both of you, if you haven't seen her wrestle, you can just check out her matches on YouTube. Yeah, she is really good. She's really, really good. Yeah. And I think like right now she's in a tag team with Balianaki as the Best Bros. Yeah, you should see some of the stuff on Twitter, like some of the moves that they pull off is like, wow, like. I don't know how they can do stuff like that.
You mentioned that Mei Suruga has appeared in AEW, so I'm assuming it's like the AEW dark shows or television. So she's
I think she came out with Amy Sakura as well. Yeah.
Okay. So she's part of like her Gato Move, like kind of like studio.
And stuff like that. Yeah, I think if you can check out on YouTube as well. I think they have like this game that they play, like the Choco Pro game with the scissors paper stone, right? I think Mei Suruga like played against like Jay Little and Big Show. Yeah, it's really interesting. You guys should just check it out on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck? So cute. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt that she's cute as well, so that's
it doesn't hurt that she's cute, but me, don't underestimate her. Her wrestling abilities and another level. That's why she's tagging with me. And of course, like the funny thing is, there was once we wrestled in Thailand, right? That was all. I gave her my T-shirt and we took a picture, and actually, like everyone thought like we were like siblings. So actually, maybe next time when I send a photo over to you later on, you guys will be the judge. Everyone says like, both of us look so alike. So it was like, so that's why I say like, hey, I'm gonna tag with me. We're gonna look like twins, against Riho and Tajiri. And of course, Tajiri. I got some unfinished business with him. Like the last time we had a very good match together. And
I love that match.
I want to get a win over him, man. I just can't accept the fact that he beat me. I mean, he's one of my idols growing up. And of course, I want to learn so much from him as well inside the match. And let's see whether I became stronger after this past 2 years. Let's just see whether he can match up against the Statement.
Yeah, I have this very interesting memory from that show. I remember it was like 2019, right before the pandemic, 2020. And I think it was at, I believe, like the one at Tanjong Pagar, like that huge China Square.
No, China Square.
Correct, right. And I remember after the show, and it was a great show, the main event ended. And then I suddenly see this one time Tajiri just wandering around looking for a drinking place. He's just walking around the street looking for a bar to lepak. Yeah, he seems like a chill man and like loving life.
He's just Tajiri, just Tajiri. You never know what's going on in his mind, but he's Tajiri, All I can say is that,
How do you feel about your interactions with him? What do you think he thinks of Singapore and like his experience wrestling here?
Oh, he loves Singapore. He loves Singapore. He wants to come back. That's the reason why he's coming back down to Singapore. I think he wants to help the wrestlers in Singapore as well to be even better. So I
love it.
It's amazing.
And of course, I think Riho needs no introduction. Can you share with us like Riho from the first time you met her and like seeing her progress all the way to AEW right now? What's the thoughts on her?
Wow, she has changed. She has changed so much, like tremendously. Like her character, in ring work, and apparently, like when she hits over to AEW, she's able to wrestle like the US style of wrestling as well.
Mm.
You know, usually like Japanese style wrestling is like really fast paced and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
apparently, like she knows how to adapt and be different when she's facing against like wrestlers from
Big,
America,
all that.
bigger
Yeah.
wrestlers as well. And wow, man, she won a AEW Women's Championship, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you can't take that
yeah,
away
it's
from her.
amazing.
The first ever AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah. And of course, after when she won, there was a lot of like naysayers. People don't really like her because of her size and everything. But she proved them wrong, right? I mean, she's good. She's a legit wrestler. I mean, like the way she moves, her work rate's amazing, man. She wrestles since the age of 9.
Yeah,
right?
Amazing.
that's crazy.
You can't like put someone down because of the size of the size of the individual, right? You got to look out for the wrestling ability, right? The charisma, right? Yeah.
And also like she has come to Singapore a number of times.
A number of times, yeah.
Yeah, what's her relationship with Singapore and SPW? Like, how do you think she finds wrestling in Singapore, Singapore as a whole?
I think everyone loves wrestling in Singapore. Everyone loves wrestling at SPW. That's a given fact. Yeah.
The fact that she comes back so
It's
many
the fans,
times.
I really think it's the fans. I
Mm.
think the fans is the one that keeps the wrestlers coming back for more. And how fun it is, the energy, the experience that they can get, lah. And of course, like I said, like the matches, the photos, and the standard of wrestling, lah.
Yeah, and definitely a lot of people who are coming for this day one will definitely come for her, and also want to take a photo with, who doesn't want to take a photo with Riho, right? So yeah, that'll be great. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's the preview of day one. Let's move on to day two right now. And of course, day one's main event, like we talked about earlier, CDK versus the Horrors. CDK, Chris Brooks, right? He,
Yep.
for day two, actually has an open challenge. Okay. That nobody has taken up thus far. Am I right in saying that?
Yep.
Okay, so why is he issuing an open challenge? That's my first question.
Yeah, I think it's probably just sort of super challenge to see who is man enough to step up against him, whether be it SPW or be it overseas. So you never know who might be coming down. Yeah, who will be coming down to take up that challenge with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. So it could be someone that is not yet announced on the card. Like,
Yeah. You will only find out on the 25th of November. Expect the unexpected. You never know. It could be Kenny Omega. I don't know. It could be.
You never know.
Oh, don't tease us like that. Come on.
Yeah, bro.
It could be MJF. I don't know. You don't know.
Okay, so the matches for day two, not all of them have been announced yet, right? I mean, we're recording this on a Sunday, so
it's all announced already. Actually.
oh, it's all been announced. Okay. Because I'm looking at your social media page right now, on Instagram to be exact. So what you have posted there also for day two, it's a triple threat, a three-way, right, for the Singapore Championship: Butcherman, Black Arrow, and Big T. Okay.
Yeah.
Your quote unquote bitch. Is that who you are rooting for in this one?
Yeah, I mean, all the best to him. If he can win, then that would be good. But actually, to be honest, I think it's just about the match. I'm actually looking forward to the match as well, because I think three of them, they all have their unique style of wrestling. As you know, Black Arrow, the last match was against Aiden Rex. It was amazing, man. I think both of them stole the show, man. Both of them stole the show. You can see what Black Arrow can bring to the table. Yeah. Butcherman, of course, he's always good. There's nothing bad about Butcherman, right?
Yep.
I mean, and he's so unpredictable. And Mighty, Big T, he has this mean streak right now. So yeah, we'll see how he's going to use this mean streak as an advantage for this match. Yeah, but I think it's going to be a unique clash of styles. But this match, right, is going to be an elimination match. So it's going to be a three-way elimination match. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, that just changes the dynamic a lot.
Yeah, so it's not just first fall, is you have to eliminate one by one. So there'll be two falls.
Elimination match, my friends. Yeah,
there you
elimination
go.
match.
let's talk about for the NBCB Championship.
Yes.
Okay, so when the NBCB Championship is on the line, does it sort of shut off the quote unquote 24/7 roles? So this match will be a match in itself. Okay,
No.
anyone just come in and try to roll up.
It's still gonna be 24/7, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I say, it's still gonna be 24/7 championship.
The match is between BGJ and Destroyer Dharma, by the way. Two horses, two big men.
Wow.
Big guys, yeah. And the thing is, like, they had the match before, and if you watch the old matches, I mean, the old match on YouTube, I think it's quite a banger as well, right? So I think this rematch is going to steal the show as well. You know, they're going to give their all for this match, man. Yeah. Especially for the championship and for the cheeseburgers. Actually, I don't really care about the championship. I want a cheeseburger.
I think it's the reason why these big horses want to have this title match. I think for BGJ and for Dharma, both of them, Dharma is definitely his cheat day, lah.
Bro,
is his cheat.
They need the proteins, you know?
No, I mean, like, Dharma can just request for the patties, right? That's all. That's protein. Now we can throw away all the carbs, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's quite cool.
It's so true. Talk to us about Dharma's development, like from the first time we saw him until now, and of course BGJ, like we've seen him from being with the Eurasian Dragon and to becoming his own man. Like, what do you think of these two wrestlers and how much you've seen them grow?
I think like Dharma is transit, as in like make successful transition from a bodybuilder to a pro wrestler. I mean, initially when he first started wrestling, I think he was a little bit, to me, I feel like his movements were not too smooth. Like he wasn't too comfortable inside the ring. But I mean, he has the presence, no doubt. He has the presence, you know, has the physique and everything. But it's just having that
killer
instinct.
Killer
instinct. No, I wasn't X Factor. He has the X Factor, but I mean, it's just like how you move as a wrestler, the movements, how comfortable you are in the ring. But along the years, I mean, he's getting better and better, you know, each time. And of course, like I was really impressed with the match that he had against Sima and Onitsuka, Big Good Jack and Sima. I mean, Big Good Jack and Dharma against Onitsuka and Sima. Yeah, I think he really stepped up to the plate. That was his very first like international match against like a big name wrestler, and I think the match was good, and the way he moves was amazing. I was really impressed, and I think like, you know, I saw like some of his progress in the corporate shows as well. Like, it's good. I mean, like, I mean, simple, good, straight to the point. He comes across as the big man, and everybody like, you know, fears him because of his size and his power. Like, he really make use of his power in his arsenal. Big Good Jack, same thing as well, man. I think he's gonna be the next breakout star in Singapore. In Singapore as well.
Agreed.
We can see it as well.
He just has this fire, This fire in him not everyone has the fire, man. Like that the big killer instinct, I think Big Good Jack has that fire. He knows how to unleash his fire to make his moves even more devastating. And of course, his lariat, man. His lariat, once he hits you with the lariat, boom, it's game over, lights out, man. Yeah. And you should watch some of his matches as well. Like, I mean, I think recently he had this match with Mr. Geylang, man. I think Mr. Geylang, sorry, Mr. Geylang, get well soon. But I mean, you pissed him off, and you see what the hell happened to you, man.
I was there in Ring of Rebirth. I think one of their first matches. Oh my god, I just love him destroying and killing Mr. Geylang. So big star of the picture.
So that's why I say this match is quite interesting, right? They are tag team partners for the Onitsuka and Sima's match, and now they're going against each other for the championship. Two big men for the belt and for the burgers.
Yes,
I
for
love
the
it.
burgers.
I love it.
Before we get to the main event, what are some of the other matches that are listed for day 2? If you can.
Queen of Asia Championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. 3-way match: Alexis Lee versus Riho versus Mister Young.
So you'll get to see Riho twice. You get to see Alexis twice.
Hey, so that means that out like maybe after next week, right? By next weekend, we could see Alexis with 2 championships.
You never know. But I mean, she already has a championship. Yeah, but if she retains
another
the
one,
championship, and then she wins the Queen of Asia Championship, then she will be Alexis 2 belt.
Champ.
Nice.
Champ. Yeah. This match will be really solid as well. I'm very sure of that.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to see like all the like founding fathers of SPW having like very big parts in the show. So like especially Alexis Lee as well. Like
Yeah.
having such a great spotlight.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the main event. Now, this is a big one.
Oh no, we still have a few matches, man.
we
have,
still
like, a
okay,
setup.
okay.
Yeah. We still have a Kojo versus Dr. Gore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Gore has wrestling toys as well. Okay.
Yeah.
He's no, I've actually announced the match. Maybe it's just too many match parts. So it's a bit confusing.
Right.
Kojo versus Dr. Gore.
Okay.
I think this match will definitely be story driven because Dr. Gore,
Yeah.
scary character. Kojo is even scarier. So I wonder what kind of like mythical stuff might happen. It's like
Mythical
I don't know. It
stuff,
looks like it feels like a Halloween match. Like a
Halloween
match
Horror
up,
Nights.
I feel
Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights 8 or something. Yeah, but I think now is it 10 or 11? I don't know. Maybe it's 11.
Yeah.
But I seen Kojo work inside the ring. And it's quite devastating, and of course he's been trained by QT Marshall and then Cody Rhodes. So yeah, it might be a challenge for Dr. Gore to step up as well.
Right.
Yeah, and of course for Dr. Gore, I think he will in stuff like that he will definitely try to unleash his inner animal to try to take down this monster of a man. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we have team setup versus Trickster and Blade.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, our favorite Trickster. Nice.
Trickster
Okay.
and Blade. So, oh my God, this Trickster and Blade, they are gonna be in for a big challenge, man. Terry Diesel and Shivam, the AWGC Junior Heavyweight Champion and the former. Okay, Terry Diesel lost his championship yesterday, but and these two big guys against Trickster and Blade. Good luck to them. All I can say is just good luck to them.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how, man. Yeah.
I really, really like Shivam, by the way, because like when you say that he's coming out of Thailand, but he's an Indian guy, so it's like it's such an interesting dynamic, and also his wrestling style is so cool. Very, very influenced by martial arts.
Yeah. Shivam, I mean, I almost beat him for the championship. I mean, I got a victory over him, but yesterday he got a championship over him. So in January, we're going to have a 2 out of 3 falls match for the AWGC Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that gonna, where is that
almost
going to be at?
I almost took his wife yesterday, but then they proposed. So.
Okay.
Thank me, you know what I mean, because I won a championship match, so I'll do whatever it takes to get the AWGC title, a rematch for it. Yeah.
So this is gonna be personal.
It's personal, yes. But Shivam and Terry Diesel against Trickster and Blade. Wow, I don't know. I just gotta pray for Trickster and Blade. I don't know how they're gonna overcome the offensive. So, like, to be honest, I really don't know. Maybe Trickster can do more magic, or maybe he can just set his whole hand on fire the whole entire match and then just like wrestle with fire. I really don't know how, man.
If he ever pulls out the flaming glove and slap him, that would be one heck of a moment.
Oh my God, no.
Maybe he should do it. That's the only way I know how, Yeah. Yep.
All
So,
right.
and then of course we have the main event,
Yes,
right? Of course,
the main event. The winner from the Aiden Rex match, Aiden Rex Ho Ho Loon match. So it could be Aiden Rex, it could be Ho Ho Loon versus Tajiri, Statement, and Masa for the for the SPW Southeast Asia Championship. Woo! Okay.
Four-way match.
Four-way match. Is this 1-4 or is it elimination?
1-4.
1-4.
All right.
So technically the fall could happen without you being involved at all, Statement.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Itaji might win the match, but no, I don't think so. I think it's my time. It's 10 years show. It's time for me to win back what is mine on the biggest show of them all, right? And that will be the biggest celebration in Singapore wrestling history when I become champion once again. My rightful belt, champion, the king of the castle, man, the man again, man.
All right, it's time for Statement to reclaim
party
the throne.
all night long, man. Yeah. But then again, let's break down the match. We have Tajiri. Sure. He's a veteran. He's crafty. His kicks, his tarantula, his knees. You never know what might happen, man. Yeah.
We haven't even talked about his
Yes, he's the most experienced of us all. And then of course we have Aiden Rex, the champion. You all know him, man.
Yeah.
Technical guy. I mean, he's going to be a very good. Yeah. I mean, if let's say like Masa and Aiden, they go against each other, it's going to be a good technical battle because Masa is so, technical as well. Yeah. And of course, Aiden's speed, man. Who can match Aiden's speed? I mean,
Yeah.
I try. I mean, I can, but I'm still tired. I'm not. I'm not so small compared to Aiden. Because Aiden can run so fast, like some Speedy Gonzalez kind of thing.
Speedy Gonzalez. Love it.
Yeah. But I'm not about like the running kind of thing, man. I'm about the pounding,
Power
about the
moves.
smashing, and about like throwing people around right here and there, right? And of course, like the dirty stuff, the eye rip, the eye pokes, and stuff like that. I'll do anything to make you feel the pain, yeah?
Right.
Bring the pain, right? And then, of course,
talking about
You see?
Tajiri and his miss, right? He's very well known for that. We've seen him do it all over the world, right? Have you ever considered wearing a face shield in a match?
No face shield, man, no face shield. Yeah. Gotta take it to the eyes, man. I'm probably just gonna try. I just probably gonna try to find a way to counter that miss, lah. But I mean, I think the only way I know how is probably since there's like two other guys, maybe I just grab them and make them the shield. I'll get the.
That's true.
You want to spin at me and then I just grab Aiden. Come here, you tiny little thing. Low blow to Tajiri and then finish him off. The ending statement and 1, 2, 3 and new champion. Woo!
I'm curious to know, bro, because Fatal 4-Way, there's 4 opponents. Could we see some alliances being formed? Who would you want to form an alliance with to take out the rest of them if you had a choice?
Wow, I don't know, man. I don't work well with people, but I'm
That's
not
true,
sure. It
that's
really depends. It really depends on the situation.
I mean, who can you really
Me
trust?
adapting to
Oh.
the situation.
Okay.
Who can I trust? I trust no one, man. I definitely trust no one.
Mm.
I definitely trust no one. I mean, like Masa and me, I don't know. It's been a long time. He was the man who took my championship, right? He was the guy who beat me, and then I beat him back in the 3-way match. Maybe he still sounds like bad blood with me. There's still like vengeance on his mind. I don't know. Tajiri. The guy, you can't really trust the guy, but
you can't. He's a big
sometimes in your face.
Sometimes we are friends, like sometimes we hang out, because I treat you like a mentor in a way, but maybe we will have like some kind of respect after the first night that we have for the tag match. I don't know, Aiden Rex and me. I don't know. We'll see how we're still. At the end of the day, we're still Team SPW, right? So
But let me throw a spanner into the works here. What if it's Ho Ho Lun in the match instead? Because we don't know, right? We never know, right? Like, he could be the wild card in this whole thing. Everyone, right now, y'all can prepare for Masa, you can prepare for Tajiri, but are you even preparing or entertaining the thought that, it might be Ho Ho Lun in the match?
Oh, yeah. It could be Ho Ho Lun as well, huh? It could be Ho Ho Lun as well. What I think is Aiden Rex. I don't know. I think it's Ho Ho Lun. It could be Ho Ho Lun too. Oh, I forgot. I don't know.
Imagine...
Are you looking past him, bro? Are you looking past him? It's like, Aiden will handle this, lah.
Not really. Yeah, but Ho Ho Lun. Yeah, Ho Ho Lun. Maybe me and him can get together because we have a very good history together as well. Like very similar stuff. Yeah, and everything. Yeah, Ho.
Imagine a scenario where you and Tajiri are trading buzzsaw kicks on Masa or Ho Ho Lun. I think that would be an interesting moment, man, for the fans.
Yeah, but maybe Ho Ho Lun might be the one delivering the German suplexes to us.
Yeah,
guys, you guys got me there too, right? It could be Ho Ho Lun. You guys were talking about Aiden Rex. But you guys are not thinking that Ho Ho Lun's a threat too, right? Oh my God, you guys are bad.
Well, we never know. You never know because, hey, night one, who knows what will happen?
I was just answering the question because you didn't ask me what about Ho Ho Lun.
Okay.
Later
we are
on,
just
Ho Ho Lun, right?
We're just covering all our bases to make sure whether it could be him, never know.
Well, you know what this just means? It means it's going to be unpredictable, and that makes it exciting. And that's why you should be at SPW X, the Astronomical Anniversary. Get your tickets right now if they're not already sold out.
Yeah.
If for those who are still thinking about getting their tickets or like, alamak, should I make it or not? Like, what would be your words to them? What would you say to these people?
I mean, don't waste your time, man. You're going to have one hell of a time. It's only a couple of days away. Get your tickets straight away. 2 years. I mean, it's a 10 years anniversary, 2-day event. You're going to just cover both days, no matter what, take off, don't work, just enjoy. Just enjoy. It's a festival, it's a celebration. Just go crazy. because you're gonna be, it's gonna be a ride of your life.
Yeah, for sure,
Enjoy
man.
watching wrestling. It's like live theater,
Yeah.
amazing matches. Both days are all different matches. The story is gonna be so amazing. Yeah.
Nice. And the wrestlers will be on hand after the show, like
Yeah.
for merch, take photos and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it'll be great celebration of Singapore wrestling. Yeah.
We might be doing a special meet and greet as well lah. So we'll
Oh.
arrange about that. Yeah. This
Nice.
time we
Okay.
might do something more personal, but it's gonna be a limited edition kind
Alright.
of meet and greet lah. Yeah.
All right. We'll be there. We'll make sure we get Saleh if you guys want to do some interviews like post show as well, like we did the previous time. I think that will be really, really good as well to spread the word, especially for the second day.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Ken,
All
Okay,
right, man.
Before we let you go, though, message to the people who have been there since day one, or maybe even recently converted SPW fans. What do you want to say to them as we go into your 10-year anniversary?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for being a huge part of SPW. I mean, for the fans that have supported us since day one, without them, we won't be at where we are right now. We won't be doing what we can do. And for those wrestlers that came to our way, those wrestlers that joined us, those that have stayed on, those that have left because of other reasons, like other priorities and everything. Just from the bottom of my heart, really just got to thank them for being there lah, because without them we won't be at where we are right now. And I think it's amazing lah. It's amazing for 10 years of how we have grown so far, and we're just gonna get better lah. And so I just want to bottom my heart thank you. So that's why I say, like, guys, I really hope that whether you're a first-time fan or whether you have supported us in the past or whatsoever, I really hope that you guys can come down for our 10-year show to see how much we have grown. We just want to. It's a thank you show, not only for the wrestlers, but it's a thank you show for all the fans that have been with us since day one. Yeah.
There you go. Love it. And we will see you once again. SPW X Astronomical Anniversary this Thursday and Friday. Can't wait, Statement. Can't wait. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here today.
All right. Take care, guys.
Kick to the gut. I like it.